Hi everybody, my name is Laurie and welcome along to another AFT's presentation of Arsenal's pre-season American tour. First up, I just want to say thanks and a big shout out to everybody that kept himself up till this late in the morning to follow us, follow Arsenal, and we really appreciate that. There's so many other things you could be doing, yet you stayed with us, so we really appreciate that. This morning sees the third game of the pre-season tour. Don't forget we played Bournemouth, 1-1 draw, 1 on penalties, then we played United. Beat them, lost on penalties. Tonight, Arsenal take on Liverpool, a game I'm really looking forward to. But before we do all that, let me introduce my two special guests, starting to my left, my long-time adversary, I've got to say one of my favourite AFTV characters, a man who is now a bit like me, actually. He's not afraid to voice his opinion. Guna Lee in the building.
Listen, man, it's good to be back. Had a little break away, Euros and all that stuff. And listen, I'm excited for the game. It's going to be hopefully a good game, and we should hopefully learn a lot about the team and what's going to go forward. Well, what we're going to see going forward. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot to chat about tonight.
Absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to it. And also to my right, we got Jack in the building now. Jack is a man. I'm very excited to have him on the show today. He's responsible for he's a mainstay of the company's social media, for those of you who don't know. Yeah. But one thing you guys may not know about Jack, he's very opinionated, so he's going to fit with the ambience of the channel, certainly today's show, and he's also very outspoken. He's got a lot to say. He knows this stuff, but he's not shy in coming forward. Is that fair to say?
No. I'm excited for tonight. I don't know if you're of the same mindset, but obviously if we lose, then it's just pre-season friendly, doesn't mean so much. But if we win, then it means something. We're winning it all.
It's interesting you say that, because we did a poll the last time. We did a few polls actually. One of the polls that we did that got a lot of feedback was I put the question out there: what do people really want from pre-season friendlies? Do they want the result, or do they want the performance and the preparation of the team getting ready for the new season? And overwhelmingly, people went for the latter, which is the preparation, which kind of makes sense. But I kind of thought that a lot of them might have gone for the result, given that we were playing teams like United, and of course we're playing Liverpool today. So be interested to hear what you guys say about it.
Yeah, it's a weird one for me, because last year I would have gone with results a bit more. But I think just with the Euros, it's so difficult to look at results when you're seeing, we haven't got Rice or Saka and they've not got Van Dijk. There's only so much you can read into it, whereas last year, we took Havertz, we took Rice, we took Saka. So I think it's a different sort of complexion on the whole tour for me this year.
Okay, well, we're going to discuss a lot of things, and I'm going to get your guys' predictions. But before we do that, can I just ask Jack to give us the team lineups today for the two respective teams? That's if you do Arsenal first and Liverpool after.
Yeah. So we've gone a little bit different. We've gone Hein in goal, White, Gabriel, Kivior, Zinchenko, Partey, Odegaard, and Havertz back in midfield.
You like that? Yeah,
I don't like that. I like him. I don't like that. And then
I thought Havertz being in the team, you would have been all over that.
In the team, yeah, but not in midfield.
Jack is probably Havertz's #1 fan, by the way.
Yeah, you wait till who's on the back of the shirt. And then Nelson, Martinelli, and Jesus. And then Liverpool have gone Kelleher, Bradley, Vandenberg, Quansah, Tsimikas, Jones, Szoboszlai, Elliott, Carvalho, Jota, and Salah. So pretty strong.
Yeah, they've gone pretty strong. Guna Lee, what's your thoughts on that?
Look, listen, I'm definitely excited about the game. It wasn't the team lineup that I would have thought of, wanting to see. But I think we also have to be fair. Some players do need minutes. Kivior needs to have minutes. I think there needs to be some rhythm for Martinelli. Havertz, obviously, we know that Arteta said, look, we seem to be a little bit light in that midfield. So, that's another option that we're hopefully going to see. Well, he wants to see throughout the season, possibly. I would obviously play him up front, but listen, I think it's not the team lineup we wanted to see in terms of. I think we wanted to see a little bit more of maybe the younger players and some of the ones that excited us. But I also, from the other side of it, if you're being fair, you have to be logical and say some of the players, they do need some minutes. They need that rhythm and continuity.
Are there any glaring omissions for you? Any guys that you were really hoping to see tonight?
No Timber on the bench as well.
Timber, look, he's been really good over the pre-season. I think he's been strong. I think he's been effective. I think he's looked to carry the ball out from the right centre-back position. Ben White's there again, ever present. So that's one of my, one of the players that I really do like. So I think, yeah, it's going to be, as I said, it's going to be interesting. I am, as I said, looking forward to seeing what the team play like. And I think what I got from the Man United game is Arsenal are a very well coached team. So going back to one of your questions before, I'm not too bothered about the result. I just want to see this style of play. I want to see some of the players that, are on the fringe, your Jesus's. I want to see that energy. I want to see, taking shots. I want to see that continuity of play. So almost like these are plug and play players. When they do have to come in, they can be trusted. That's all I'm kind of looking for.
Yeah. Jack, you? Any glaring omissions or anyone that you would really wanted to see tonight that's not... I mean, listen, it is a friendly.
Yeah.
So guys on the bench, I'm sure, will feature, well, most of them anyway, at some point. But is there anyone that's not starting that you thought would have been?
Well, there's no Calafiori at all, which is a shame. And this is where I use my social thing. It wasn't me that made it, but please, if you've not seen it, go on AFTV and find the video of Robbie asking about whether Calafiori would play when he keeps putting his hand up to try and speak to whoever made that edit on socials. I think I know who it is. Is Tom. Right, but yeah, not in the squad at all.
Yeah, that's a little bit strange.
He had a long flight.
Yeah.
So he sort of sat cramped up in a plane for like 12 hours, whatever, and then had 1 day training. So.
But he's a young, fit lad, man. Give him a little
22 years old. Listen, I think, get just the players that have been training, give them a chance. Like, Calafiori's going to get his opportunity probably against Bayer Leverkusen in the next game.
Yeah, sure.
For sure in the game against, who was that? We playing at Lyon, isn't it?
Yeah, Lyon.
Yeah, so he will definitely get minutes in one of the 2 games or even both of them. So I think, the players that have, been training for the period of time, give them the opportunities. Some players, for me, don't need the opportunity because they just need to go. And that's not anything other than the quality of the squad is just surpass some of these players and they need to go.
Like who?
Eddie Nketiah is one.
Now, why did I think that would be the first name to come out your mouth?
Eddie Nketiah, for me, the team's just passed him in terms of quality. I think he now needs to go and flourish and let himself, develop as a striker. I think Reece Nelson, he's looked very good in pre-season, but let's be fair, he does that throughout his pre-season. He looks good. When he comes to the season, he kind of whimpers. He did give us one of the most amazing moments in the last 10 years as an Arsenal fan. He really did against Bournemouth with that last minute goal. But other than that, he's really flattered to deceive. And I think, again, he's another one who needs to go.
And we know Smith Rowe's going.
And then, you're looking at some of the players on the cusp who have been injured and probably need to come and make a difference. I'm sure we'll talk about it with Jack. But maybe people like Jesus, who we just saw on the screen, maybe people like Fabio Vieira, who need to come in and kind of really, try and solidify their place in the squad. Otherwise, we've seen Arteta's not a man to make a change, and he will get rid of you if necessary. So I think for sure, there's some players that I don't necessarily want to see.
Well, those names that you mentioned are been mentioned pretty consistently by most of the fans. Jack, I take it you agree with that? Or is there anyone else you think should also be, put up for sale, basically, or, edged out?
Yeah, I echo pretty much the same thing. And the question I want to sort of ask you guys is, we saw the thing this morning about Nketiah. I think it was 25 mil tops that Marseille are going to.
Yeah, just by way of update for anyone out there that is not aware, we're being told that Marseille have upped the ante. They're up, they're prepared to put a few more pounds on the table, euros, whatever it is.
25 million. For me, I think that's fair for where he's at, how little he played in the second half of last season. I know you're a big Eddie defender. Are you? What are you holding out for? Because I'm hearing people on Twitter say 40. And
no, we're not going to get 40 for Eddie. No, but listen, I've been quite vocal and I've been quite consistent. Listen, I've defended Eddie. You're quite right. Sometimes, much to my chagrin, a lot of people have had a pop at me. I don't care about that. But listen, for number one, I think he is a good player. I think he will go on from Arsenal and have a decent career in my view. I think sometimes every club has their scapegoats for whatever reason, and he appears to be one of ours. I think he's a decent player, but I also think that the time has come now for him to move on. And I think the Marseille move is a good move for him.
So 25 million on the table. Are you accepting that, or are you going back and?
Yeah, I definitely would accept it. And I think Eddie, if he's being honest, he should know that the game is up at Arsenal for him now. He's still a young man, but you know what I mean. His time is running in his career. He needs to be playing. Same thing for Smith Rowe, and I would say I agree with Gunnar to my left there. The same applies to Reece Nelson also.
Yeah. Does it worry you at all? I mean, we're looking at Smith Rowe going, Nketiah, Nelson, Cozier Dubry, Chido Obi Martin, and Raul Walters all either walking away because they're not getting game time or going for game time.
Well, you can look at it on the other side of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
There are 12 players on the tour that are from the academy.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Eddie Salah, who looks to be someone who's really kind of made an impact. He is 20 years old, so he's one of the older of the 12. Josh Richards, I think, is it the fullback? He looks good, 17 years old. Obviously, we know the main ones, Ethan. We know Miles, Lewis Skelly as well as another one who's looked to make a real difference. So those two players, again, you can look at it one way, you can look at it the other way. Like, you're going to lose players because ultimately those players they're going to feel there's not a pathway. And we've just bought, for example, a 40 million pound player in Calafiori. Royal Waters wasn't going to play. Mm-hmm. Timber's going to play. Unfortunately, the age gap between those two players isn't that big, and they are just not as that. He's just not as good. So not really. Like, you're going to lose it. You look at Chelsea Academy. They lost De Bruyne. They lost Salah. Now look what pastures new. What they've gone on to do, become world-class players in their right. So I think we can't keep crying about losing players. It does hurt in the moment. It will sting. But players are going to kind of go and do what they need to do. And I think we have to just look at it as isolated incidences and look at it again. We've got 12 players.
It's what they call natural wastage. Yeah. There's going to be players.
It's a natural evolution.
Exactly. Actually, that's a better term for it. Yeah.
Of the under 21s and under 18s, under 16s, it's a natural evolution. Some players will think, do you know what? There's a way for me to get in there. They may feel that they're not favoured. And some players, it's about money. Some players are just there's loads of reasons.
I'll tell you the one player that I was slightly concerned that appears to be, he's going. And that's the young guy, Chido. Is it Chido?
Chido Obi Martin, yeah.
I mean, we've been hearing about his goal scoring exploits. And he's only 16 years old. You'd have thought that, especially him being a striker. I mean, strikers are like gold dust, as we all know. You would have thought somebody who looks like a bit of a prodigy, we would have done our best to hold on to him. Now, some people would say we did do our best to hold on to him. They offered him a lot of money, a record amount of money for Arsenal, but it didn't appear to be enough. I think Man United offered him double, right?
So, I mean, what I've read is that they offered him double money, but they've also said he's going to be third choice. So it's going to be Højlund, Zirkzee, and then him straight away. And, I was having this back and forth with a United fan on Twitter this morning. He says that he sees a clearer pathway to the first team, which is why he's gone United. But is that not indicative of where they're at and where their goals are? Like, if you've got an easier pathway as a 16-year-old to play first team football, does that not just mean that you're worse?
Or alternatively, you could look at it indicatively, like we're not done enough to hold on to one of our better players.
Yeah, it's a harsh way of looking at it, I think. But
I think it's quite simple to look at it. The guy looks to be a talented player, and as a 16-year-old. He's not played hardly any under 21s. He's played the majority of the season, under 16s and under 18s. He hasn't really made under 21s football. So for him to feel like he's going to make that jump to the men's team, I just think it's a little bit too much. I think he should have stayed, have another season, and then take it from there. But if he believes in his talent, then fair play. Like, no one's got to say anything negative about him. But I just think that when you think about, youth team players, when you think about young prospects, their progression isn't linear. So they just think that they're going to score all these goals in under 16, then it goes to the same, translates to under 18s, under 21s, and then men's football.
But are you not worried, though? Are you not worried that a guy like that, question to both of you, are you not worried that if he goes on to Man United and becomes a hit and scores lots of goals, we are all going to be saying, listen, man, we should have done our utmost best to hold on to him. If it meant breaking our policy in terms of wage structure, do it.
You can't project him getting £30,000 as a 16-year-old when he scored the majority of his goals as under 16 and under 18. He hasn't really played in under 21 football, so we can't project that he's going to do all of this under.
Yeah,
We
no,
don't
no,
know.
no.
We don't know.
So, no one can project anything.
Of course, so you're.
But
you can't.
His direction of travel so far, his potential seems unlimited.
Yes, but if he had played under 21 football, I think there would have been a lot more under 21 football. There would have been more reason for him to get that £30,000 and for him to double what we were offered him. But he's hardly even played under 21's football. So for me, I just look at it a bit like, right, there's a path for you. It's going to take maybe a 1 year, maybe half a year longer. But you went for the money. You maybe jumped the gun a little bit early. Let's see what you can do. And as I said, you will lose players. Chelsea have lost De Bruyne. They've lost Salah. Those are world class, all conquering greats of the Premier League.
What I'm saying, you could be saying that same thing about.
But it happens.
Cheetah Martin.
No, but it happens though. This is the nature of football. This is the nature of the beast. It happens. Players leave clubs and they go on to do other things at other clubs, and just the way they look at Palmer. Palmer's another one. He's gone to Man City. He didn't.
Yeah, but Man City.
Look at Rice at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair though, Man City and Chelsea are slightly different to Arsenal in that they've won things in recent years. Okay, not so much Chelsea in recent years, but certainly City have. So it could all be argued that, listen, they've got it right. You know what I mean? I'm just a bit worried that this might be one that comes back to bite us in the bum. But anyway, we'll talk about that later, but we're nearing kickoff time. I just want to get your predictions for the game this morning. Let's start with Jack. You've seen the two lineups. What do you reckon?
I think we'll win 3-1 and then win on penalties.
Yeah, this penalty shootout.
Yeah, I don't like this penalty thing.
Yeah,
but
it's a bit of a, as I said the other day after the Lord Mid show thing. But in terms of the game itself, you're going to lead.
I'm going to go for 1-1 actually. I think it's going to be a draw. I think,
at least that'll make the penalties more meaningful.
Yeah, I think it will. I think I don't know if we've got enough to really win the game. I do think that we've got a good squad, but I just think that some of the players they're playing for contracts elsewhere, and I don't know if they're gonna do enough to win the game. And I think Liverpool do have a nice strong team out, or a stronger team out, but do they have the quality? And they've got a new manager, a new system. Do they have enough to get past our defence and score 2 goals? I'm not too sure. Well,
that's kind of one of the things I'm looking forward to seeing in this game today, because we all know that Klopp's left and Arne Slot's come in, a new manager with his own new ideas. And it's been said by a lot of people who know more about the game than I do that he's going to change the playing style. So the so-called heavy metal, high press style that Klopp adopted before, which was so popular with the fans, by the way, is going to change somewhat, and they're going to become more of a possession-based team, more of a passing team. Jack, what do you think?
Well, I want to bring something up, actually, because I remember a fan cam, and I've got receipts of Jurgen Klopp's not tired. Jurgen Klopp is, what's the word, finished? Jurgen Klopp's not got it anymore.
Listen,
he says a lot of things,
standing
man,
by
that
now?
might have been one of the ones difficult to defend, that one.
All I'm saying is, in February, we played Liverpool. We beat them 2-1. We absolutely battered them. And then all the way in the summer, he's gone on to, start watching concerts at Anfield of, what is it? Not Katie Price. What's her name? All of these concerts and doing things that non-football related, and now he's retiring.
So you think that we one foot?
I think we sent him packing with his bags, mate. I've always said it. Look, I think Klopp's a great manager. I don't rate him as a tactical manager. Sorry, I don't think that he's the all-conquering manager. I believe that he had an opportunity to win 36 or 37 trophies, and he won 9. So listen, I think, as I said, what he did.
So you're downplaying Klopp's achievement?
Listen, what he did was a fantastic achievement with the money that they spent. What he did in terms of going up against Man City, but it wasn't a rivalry. They won 1 Premier League in those 9 years. Okay,
but
fine.
How many have we won?
The first 2 years.
How many have we won?
1 second. The first 2 years, he had to rebuild the squad. So let's just take away. So let's say 7 years. He won 1 Premier League trophy. He spent X amount of money on a goalkeeper, one of the highest fees. The highest fee on a centre back, one of the highest fees for Szoboszlai. They've spent money, and they haven't. Unfortunately, they've come up they've
You
come
think
up
they've
short.
come up short?
They've come up short. Of course they have. You have an opportunity. Arsenal, same position. They had an opportunity to win, I believe, in the same time period of 36 trophies. We won, I think, the two FA
I think
Cups.
you're overlooking one very important factor here, and that is the juggernaut that is Man City.
Listen. Sometimes, again, it's the nature of the beast. Whatever you want to say about the 115 and all these other things, we need to look at it just by pure facts. You did not do what you set out to do. People say that they won 9 trophies in 9 years, but let's look at it and say you had the opportunity to win way more, and you faltered. You had an opportunity to win Premier Leagues.
I'm not sure if the Liverpool fans, certainly the ones I know, would agree with that. But anyway, just looking at the ground, it looks packed out, man. Does anybody know the stadium capacity of I think it's the Lincoln Financial Field Stadium in Philadelphia. I think it's the home of the Philadelphia Eagles football team. I'm not sure of the capacity, but looking at the pictures there, that looks pretty packed out to me.
Apparently, it's kickoff's delayed, they're saying.
Oh.
But they are coming out, right? Now, I know the players are in the tunnel.
In the chat, people are saying kickoff's delayed.
Well, it is slightly delayed because they should have started already. So it's already 6 minutes.
Another thing I was going to ask you guys just before we kick off is, have you seen the Granit Xhaka quote that came out yesterday?
No, I haven't. No.
Yeah, he said leaving Arsenal for Leverkusen wasn't a step backwards; it was 2 steps forward. And
Wow.
it's annoyed a lot of Arsenal fans. I personally don't see anything wrong with it. I think you're a Leverkusen player; you've got to say good things. I don't think he meant it a bad way, but it's really. It's wrong.
When he says
it's
2
rather
steps
for
forward,
people.
because sometimes you have to put these things into context. What was he talking about exactly in terms of winning trophies?
They were just asking about the move and saying, like, you were at Arsenal, you challenged for the Prem, and then you came over to like a team that wasn't expected to do anything in Germany. And he was like, yeah, well, it wasn't a step backwards; it was 2 forward because he won. Obviously,
Well, I guess it is a step forward in terms of he's gone there, and he's been a pivotal point of them winning the league and going unbeaten. So he's had a hell of a season. So I guess you could say, but still, I'm a little bit wary of players when they say things like that. You kind of have to remember, don't disrespect the people that you left behind. And that comes across as slightly disrespectful. I'm sure he didn't mean it that way. It could be lost in translation, but that's how it kind of come across. But anyway, we've seen the players out there on the pitch.
Class one them pictures again.
Yeah.
I was reading the other day, apparently what they do is they don't want to destroy the NFL pitches, so they're putting artificial turf over the top of the NFL pitch, which is why everyone's sort of getting their foot caught. And
Yeah, we don't want that.
I think you see Lenny Yoro might be 2 months with a broken metatarsal.
And Hoyland got injured as well.
Hoyland did a muscle injury as well.
My heart bleeds for him so much. My heart bleeds for him. I'm sorry, Lenny. I would say I wish you a speedy recovery, but would I be telling the truth on the 1st of August?
You can't be wishing players.
Listen, I didn't wish anything. I'm just saying I was.
It's a bit of fake empathy there.
Listen, there you go, fake empathy. But I didn't.
I'm disappointed in you, man. You're better than that.
I'll be honest. No, I'm definitely
You're
not.
better than
I'm definitely not better than that. No, I'm not.
That's a
when
bit.
every single person likes to mock Saka for limping, nobody gives him any reprieve when he's actually getting kicked and battered. So now we've got a Lenny. I don't want him injured. But any sympathy, mate, you can go and talk to many of your sort of the old Arsenal doctor at Man United and get the sympathy.
Well, this is what you get with Gunnar Lee, people. If he thinks something, he's going to say it. And we're looking at Calafiori on the bench there. He's not, as we said earlier, he's not featured today, which is slightly and somewhat disappointing because I'm sure he would like to get some minutes there, and I'm sure we would have liked to have seen him as well. There's been a lot of hype about this guy, and I'm sure he can't wait to start. But he's not going to start today. He's not going to play. We're looking there at the pictures. Mo Salah with his new hairstyle. He looks like a different guy. Could be a new signing.
Yeah, he does. He looks fit. Apparently, he's been doing all the work in the gym. So let's see, man.
Let's see what goes on. But I am looking forward to this game, man. And like I said, looking at that stadium, Jay, it looks packed out.
Yeah, no, I watch NFLs. The Lincoln Field Stadium, it's a big stadium. Philadelphia fans as well. They're crazy, man, in a good way. They're like proper wild. They're on it.
I mean, it's difficult to see who's got the most fans because obviously both teams
Everyone's in red.
But I do like the look of that stadium, and I do like how they've supported this event because it looks packed. Just before we get underway with a kickoff, I have got the first of our polls today. And I'm going to say this straight off the bat. I want to know from you guys, which player of the Arsenal pre-season tour would you award the MVP to? I mean, I know this game's not finished yet, so throughout the stream, let us know what you think. But yeah, I'll be interested to know which player is going to be MVP at the end of this American pre-season tour. So if you could let us know that, it'd be great.
I'm saying Waneri or Timber, and neither of them are starting. So,
You know what I would say?
I mean, don't forget we've got this game to come, but I just want to put it out there from now.
I'll be looking at Odegaard or
Salah-Eddin actually.
I'm
not seeing much of him.
Yeah, he hasn't
he
ain't played enough minutes. I would say.
Sorry to interrupt, guys.
Odegaard
I'm seeing that the guys there are observing, if not a minute's silence, some kind of tribute. I wonder, do you think it's for the people back home in Southport or what?
I read something about black armbands.
Yeah.
So
maybe so, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Right, okay. It would appear that we're about to start and Liverpool will be kicking off. Arsenal are in their black strip today, the Lynx Africa one, which I thought they'd wear the other day, so I wore it, and now they're not wearing it. But anyway, it is what it is.
So if we give our tour MVPs, we give one each, we'll lob it in the chat and then see if we can...
Yeah, I mean...
we'll do a vote on it.
Yeah, we'll do a vote on it. But I guess the obvious candidates so far, Manweri, who else?
I'll nominate Waneri.
Yeah, who else for the nomination?
Timber,
and then one more.
Do you know what?
Jesus.
I
got man of the match the other day.
I know it's not going to be the most popular. I think Aiden Heaven's been quite good as well. I know he's
he did get skinned for that.
He
goal
did,
the
but
other day.
listen, mistakes happen. But yeah, I don't think he's been. I think he's been a good candidate as well. But
so there's a few candidates we got there: Waneri, Timber, Jesus.
Well, I think I would go Odegaard. You're going to go Ethan, and you would go...
I was going Ethan, so
you're
going
Ethan.
Timber.
Who was you? Oh, Timber. So let's do those three. Let's do those three then.
Yeah,
and of course, if there's anyone else that people want to mention, give an honourable mention to, then fine.
Yeah, like honourable and mentions.
Yeah, Aiden never got caught out, didn't he? Because you start these friendlies, and one of the teams goes weak at the start and strong at the end, and then vice versa.
Yeah.
And we started him against Hoyland, Rashford.
But I think even just the character to make that mistake and come back and look good, I think is a credit to him. Arsenal moving. It's
quite a fast start.
Arsenal moving.
Yeah, this is good.
Lovely.
Can we get the ball in the box? Oh, look, this is interesting.
That's a poor touch.
Yeah, poor touch by Jesus.
That is a poor touch.
That's from Jesus.
But that was lovely football by Arsenal. This is what I was talking about. The style of football we've got. We're just a well-coached team.
Mm-hmm. And I think it says a lot as well that we can play the kids and you see the exact same style. Whereas United, they're all saying sort of, not to use them as an example, but last year it was, we've got injuries, so we can't play how we want it. Whereas we're just, we could bring Cedric back and it'd be underlapping.
Yeah.
So, as we said, nomination so far. So this is so far because obviously, there's still this game to come. But Timber, Ranieri and Odegaard as Arsenal's pre-season tour MVP now. Who was that? Someone just had a shot from long range here. That was Martinelli.
He looked sharp.
Yeah,
he did.
He looks ready, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he's been helped by the fact that he's been had Zinchenko or Kivior or Havertz in midfield behind him. So he's got the same thing tonight. So.
Oh, look.
No, he's offside.
He's offside.
It doesn't matter. We saw.
But he's one of those players, and there's a few that I could name actually, but he definitely springs to mind. Jesus is another one. This season coming up is big for these guys.
Important.
Because we got to be honest and say that both of those two underperformed.
Look at that pitch where he stood taking that now already.
Yeah, no.
That's awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, big season for Jesus.
Big season for Jesus, big season for Martinelli. Who else?
Fabio Vieira.
Fabio's on.
Fabio Vieira. Because the thing is, you hear all of these things. Arteta loves him. They internally.
Gosh.
But that's what you get with Jesus. You get the pressing, and he's just so unlucky. That is so unlucky. Look at that. It could have gone anywhere. Oh, that's good. That's well done, Jesus.
It's poor goalkeeping, though.
That is, but you know what? I'm going to give credit to the forward there.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm going to give credit.
But I'm saying that Kelleher, he's in the land of Nod doing that, man.
Look at the press from Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Also got off to. They did this in the previous 2 games as well.
Well,
where they got
against
off to
Man
an
United,
energetic start.
I thought they had a good first 2-3 minutes, and then Man United had 25-30 minutes of like a good spell, dominance actually. So I'm liking this start from Arsenal, and as I said, because Liverpool are playing a bit of a stronger side, it's
I suspect that Liverpool are playing a slightly stronger side because the manager, like I said before, is using a completely different system of playing.
Yeah, I think also as well. You've seen Liverpool, apparently the only team in the top 6 to not make one signing.
Mm-hmm.
I think the manager really wants to see his best team
Yeah,
to
I
see
agree.
if he wants to make any signings, because he may feel, do you know what? Like there's been the rumours Endo's gonna. There was 2 bids from Marseille for him. Sorry. So I think the manager's gonna play his strongest team to be like, right, do I need this player or not? Is he good enough or not? So people like Carvalho, he's not really lit anything. That's a poor header. Zinchenko as per.
Liverpool on the attack here.
Good defending.
But it's interesting with Liverpool, though, because I spoke about the new style of play, and a couple of the players have come out already and said that, they're enjoying it. Noticeably, Curtis Jones was one.
He's there.
Again, the comments were some Liverpool fans thought slightly disrespectful.
Well,
because he described it as being the happiest he's ever been.
Well, I mean, look, when I said,
oh, that's lovely by Martinelli. That.
If I said it, I'm the worst person in the world. Look, again, comes down to coaching, right? Look, one of your own players, the guy you gave the debut to, that's the happiest I've ever been.
Yeah, but he's also a player that didn't really feature much towards the end.
He did.
So is he speaking out of bitterness? Here's comes Salah running at Zinchenko.
Zinchenko, come on, pressure him.
Very difficult to pressure Salah when he's running like that, man. Talking of Salah, did you see our own Salah the other day?
Yeah,
I thought he was brilliant, man.
He looked good.
He really looked good.
Jack
in the second half of the United game.
recommended him as one of the players for the tour. I just think he hasn't played enough, but he's looked great.
Looked really good.
The interesting thing is he pretty much left 2 years ago. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
When
he went on Hull
got bought out, I think it was Turkish, and they just started buying this Championship Super team. I think they got him on a loan with an option to buy. He got injured, didn't play, and then he came back. But he could have been one that got away as well.
It's just all about opportunities, man. It's just.
I want to ask you about Trent as well. You're seeing sort of Cecil on that in America, getting the exclusives.
I think he's off. I don't think there's. And I'll be honest. I look at Liverpool, and I think for Liverpool standards, you've got Salah, his contract's waiting to be renewed. You've got Van Dijk. What is he? He's looking at it thinking, this team doesn't look like the team that I came into as a 19, 18-year-old. I'm thinking, well, I ain't signing anything. The midfield looks to be a lot older now. Not to say that they're not good players, but they just don't seem to be that threatening team. You've got Diaz, not good enough in my opinion.
Oh, Keller again.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think Trent's within his rights to not sign the contract. I would be off as well. And look, more so, you look at the other side. Real Madrid are a super team.
Yeah.
Do you think it's disrespectful though to run down your contract and go on a free if that's your boy? Not sign another one and be like, look, let me go, but I'll sign a new one so you get 80 million.
No. Why should you do that? When Jordan Henderson and Bellingham Jordan Henderson and Trent were trying to get Bellingham to come.
Yeah.
Nobody said it. No Liverpool fans complained once. No Liverpool fans were making it a thing where, this is so bad from Bellingham. They were loving it. Jordan Henderson was all about to kiss him on the pitch for England. They were trying to seduce him in the club. Yeah. Come on, man. No, nah. I'm sorry.
I've got to say, lads, I'm impressed with Arsenal's pressing in this game.
We look good.
They really do. We're pinning them
Go
in.
back.
But that's what Liverpool didn't do. They hit you on the break, but Hines come out and cleared that. What do you think of Hines? What do you think of his games in charge? I mean, we made him man of the match against Bournemouth by virtue of his couple of saves in the second half and then the penalty shootout win. When a lot of people had Manuel, and I can understand that. But what do you think of Hines? Because, I mean, there is some speculation regarding the goalkeeping position at Arsenal. Do you think he could make a breakthrough?
It's a weird one because I've seen him. Every time I've watched him in these youth games, pre-season friendlies, I've always been impressed. And then the one senior game he has played was probably the worst goalkeeping performance I've ever seen. Do you remember it?
Yeah.
Brighton at home. I think he slipped for one goal, gave away a penalty for the second one, and then got sat down for the third.
The goal we conceded against Bournemouth was arguably his fault, but then he did make a couple of really good saves in the second half, and of course, as I said before, the penalty shootout.
He's in that really weird niche as well. I think he's played like 20 games like internationally for Estonia, but played like one professional football game in his life. But he's got like 20 caps.
Yeah,
Mm.
Mm.
Like a goalkeeping Podolski. And someone that's just ridiculous for their national team. But then,
So the big news, obviously, today is the Moreno.
mm-hmm.
What you guys thinking of Moreno as a potential new Arsenal purchase player?
I'm a big fan because, I mean, I don't know if it's been planned this way, but because he's what, 28? So I'm of the thinking that he can come in, offer experience, deliver straight away, and then in 2 years, that's Ranieri's time. I think if you bring in like sort of a 22, 23-year-old, you know, there's them links with, is it João Neves?
Well, he's going PSG.
Yeah, but someone of that ilk, that's a 20-year-old that just stifles Ranieri's chances for another decade. So 2 years of Moreno and then Ranieri, I'm all for it. And I think if we get him for 25, 30 mil, I think that's good. I'm happy with that.
He's clearly a very good player, but what I would say
It's a Newcastle.
about that is that listen, guys like Mourinho, and I said the same thing about Calafiore. These guys will enhance Arsenal, but I'm not really going to get too excited until we sign a striker, because I definitely think that could be the clincher. If you get a good striker in, I think that's when I really start thinking, yeah, we're going to win the title.
It's so funny you were speaking about this. So Jack, did you want to go?
No, I was just saying, I saw you speaking on the roundup show the other day.
Liverpool looking a bit menacing round. Salah's on the attack on the leg, cuts in, shoots as he likes to do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good
That's
block.
a good block by McGallis.
Yeah, you were giving big props to Ivan Toney about how you sort of think that his attitude is just like you've got to deal with it if you're a manager. That's your job. If you've got a maverick,
absolutely.
handle him.
Yeah, listen, my thoughts on Ivan Toney is this. Listen, he's a very good player. He's very confident. He can be a bit of a maverick. And so there are some people within the Arsenal fan base. And listen, I understand it. They said he's not going to fit into the ethos of the team. And I hear that. However, my counter argument to that is sometimes in life, in sports, as in life indeed, when you have mavericks in your team, in your organisation, in your workplace, they need to be managed accordingly. You know what I mean? That is a good test of managers' man management skills. So, Liverpool on the attack, they're looking quite dangerous. It's opened up for them.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between a maverick and sort of a bad character as well.
I don't think he's a bad character.
Because people point at Aubameyang, but that's like discipline. That was like lateness and stuff. I don't think Tony's like that. I just think he's...
I mean, a gym I go to, there's a girl there, shout out to Sabrina. She's a season ticket holder at Brentford. I've had numerous conversations with her about Ivan Toney, and she says, listen, he's a fantastic player. However, he does have this other side to him where he can come across as quite arrogant, a bit left field, and he needs managing. And that's what I think. I think a guy like that, you bring him into the Arsenal environment, you lay down certain rules. You know that he can... I wouldn't say he's a bad egg. I mean, it was interesting because when I had the conversation with her, she said, no, I'm not saying he's a bad egg, because he just says things sometimes. They're a bit off the cuff and come across as a bit silly, a bit disrespectful.
The videos, wasn't it? The holiday videos.
I was going to say.
Yeah. Saying like,
so he needs to be reined in. But come on, man. I mean, if he's going to be the difference between Arsenal winning the league and not, I would much rather take that risk, wouldn't you?
Top forwards have egos. Think of all top forwards. They've all got
the
egos.
other side of it is we could actually be a bad egg. I'm not saying he is. I can't speak on his personality. I will say those videos of him, they're damning. They're quite damning.
Yeah.
They're quite damning because no matter what, listen, what's this saying? You know,
also looking for nailed.
Oh, shoot!
Is that Martinelli?
No, is that old? Is that?
I think it was Martinelli.
Yeah.
It was Martinelli.
What is wrong with him? Just shoot! You got opportunities open.
You know what? I was saying this the other day, Gunilly, that we got this little thing at Arsenal where we spin the block but we don't shoot. Oh
my!
That's great.
Salah's in. That's dangerous. He looks in here, and he's put it away. Very good goal, I've got to say.
They cut us.
They did, man. And that is
Mo
Salah,
as you said.
The counter-attacking was there, and we've been undone. 13 minutes gone, Liverpool 1, Arsenal 0. Now, I've got to say that although we got cut through, whatever term you want to use, that was classic Mo Salah. Once the ball was put through to him, he never looked like he was going to miss.
Just go to Saudi.
Who held that up as well? Was that
That's
Jota?
Gabriel there. Great ball through from, was it Harvey Elliott? I mean, in a Premier League game, though, I would say that Gabriel would have brought him down there, wouldn't he? But then he would have risked getting sent off. But once that's on his left foot and he's through in that space, there's only one way that's going. Great finish. Liverpool 1-0 up.
That wasn't good defense. And you know what? Again, I'm not sitting here saying he was the main person, but the fullback Zinchenko just a bit left for dead. Left for dead, man.
Yeah, he's no match for Salah.
Yeah, we said it before though. Like we just didn't think Zinchenko was the right option to play.
So if you're Arteta, Jack, you're looking at that, you're thinking at least next season with Calafiore playing there, you think that's less likely to happen, right?
Yeah, I think for me, Zinchenko's.
Yeah,
I think we're past what he offers us. I don't know about you guys, but I'm at the point where I want Calafiore, Timber, Tomiyasu, White as my 4 fullback rotation. Yeah, I don't see a use.
Yeah. I think Zinchenko, to all intents and purposes, if he does stay at Arsenal, he's going to be a bit part player next season. I mean, listen, he has various attributes, good on the ball, good technical player. But we've all highlighted his defensive deficiencies, and I think we've just seen it there. But then, to be fair to Zinchenko, there's not many people, man, that's going to stop Salah. Even Calafiore would have trouble.
You're right. But the thing is, with Zinchenko, is what we saw from him from the first season, he's not done it for 2 seasons now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The other part of it is his ball playing ability. He likes to put players in, dangerous positions. He's not good in terms of, defending. He's not good in terms of tracking back. There's a lot.
That's where he's good. You see that ball there by Zinchenko? Now, that is a great ball.
I was just about to say, though, that same ball can be played by like a Jorginho.
You know what? We've just seen the best and worst of Zinchenko in about 5 minutes. Yeah. He got skinned for the goal, but then that diagonal pass over the top.
What do you think about him in that left 8? I mean, I've seen it banded around. He does it for Ukraine all the time. He's a midfielder. I think he was signed for City as a midfielder.
He was.
I think that's the only chance he's got of saving.
Like I said, if he stays at Arsenal, which there is some conjecture that he might move, he might be one of those players that if we get a bid, we'd let him go. Then I think he's going to be a squad player rather than a first team player. Because I think there's certain people, man, they see Calafiore coming through the door and they must be thinking, right, this is not good for me.
Do you know what? While I'm thinking about it, in the chat,
Arsenal on the attack here. Odegaard. Again, I'd like him to shoot there, man.
Just try and curl it.
Right. He tried a little intricate pass, it didn't work. Shoot. Trust yourself.
Yeah, in the chat, I'd like to see everyone sort of like, you get the tweets there, what's your unpopular opinion? I want to hear people's Arsenal hot takes, unpopular opinions. I don't know if you guys have got any. Because I've got a few.
He's got a number of them.
I've got a few that I get heat for quite a lot from.
Go on then.
The one that I get the most for is I'm adamant that Maitland-Niles was ahead of his time. Adamant.
Ahead of his time? Interesting.
I think if he was around 3 years later, when the inverted fullback started coming in, he's that perfect right back tucking into midfield.
High line again. Easy.
Salah's in. He's cutting on his left foot. We scrambled defence the ball away, but Liverpool looked threatening on the attack. I've got to say that, man. They do. And I saw Mikel Arteta a little while ago. He had that look of concern on his face.
I wouldn't say. I mean, I don't even feel like it's unpopular. But
it's not like you to say unpopular.
Deep down, Eddie Nketiah gives me the ick about Arsenal. If he plays,
that's not even an unpopular opinion. Yeah, that's just slander.
I just don't. If he plays, I don't enjoy watching Arsenal. I'll be honest with you.
You're just a hater.
You see that? When you saw that number 14 given to him, you.
Well, that's a standalone. I think that's like that. It wouldn't be even if it was I don't know. Mbappe, I would still feel away because I just feel like that number should be retired. It's Henri's number. But Eddie Nketiah is just, he just makes me. I just feel my skin crawls when I see him play.
Oh God, that's deep. Oh look, they're nearly in again. Ball over the top.
Yes, but it's not unpopular.
It's interesting because we were told that this new Liverpool, this all new shiny Liverpool team was going to be playing the ball, passing it around and passing through the lines. But from
it's
what we've
great
seen
movement.
so far, it's balls over the top that are
It's
causing
great
Arsenal.
movement. That's poor from Ben White as well, by the way. Just, cool.
He nearly got caught out.
Yeah, poor from Ben White.
Yeah, I was speaking to my Liverpool fan mate before, and I was like, "Oh, what are you gonna play like?" And he was like, "Oh, it's not gonna be as quick. We're gonna pass you to death. We're gonna control the game. That's like this new thing." And you lied to me. you know who you are. You lied to me because I'm seeing 3 long balls straight over the top. I'm seeing rock and roll football again.
After a bright start, I think Liverpool is starting to impose themselves on us.
I think Arsenal still played well. I just think that defensively, I do think, again, Partey's another one where
Here comes Reece.
he does
Not seen
need
much
to-
of him so far, but he's got beyond it.
Again, for me, that's poor.
No.
I feel like that's just poor.
No, I think that's good defending.
Nah, I feel like you need to drive in there and get that ball, no matter
It was
what.
good work by Reece down the right. He got past this man. He put the cross in, but I do think was it Sobersley?
Look, you're not alive. I just want you to. I want you to attack it. It's just very timid.
I don't know if you can criticise him too much for that. I think fortunately for Liverpool, Sobersley's positioning was right. He was able to get to the ball first.
Man. Listen, that goes down as a chance because it's a goal kick. I think that's just not good
It's
enough.
not a clear chance, is it?
I don't know.
Oh,
done it
Gallagher again. My man's not woken up. I think he's still sleeping because he's made a couple of real dodgy errors already there.
Oh, well done.
He lost out there. Was that Kivior? Odegaard?
Whoa, where you going?
What I would say though, guys, is that this game looks competitive. I mean,
Yeah, it
we
is.
talked about these games, all 3 games actually. They've all been competitive. Tackles are going in, especially in the first half of the Arsenal-Man United game. There's some tasty tackles going in from both sides. I think it kind of calmed down a bit in the second half. But this first half is quite lively.
We do look good attacking wise. I think we do look good. I just think that we need to have a little bit more in the midfield. We just need to have like Partey stopping those balls going through. I just don't think he's been able to.
Looking at that Harvey Elliott link up with Mo Salah. Salah was very clever the way he went right in
The
front
middle,
of
yeah.
Gabriel, because Gabriel couldn't really take him down from there. Very experienced, very clinical finishing there from Mo Salah. And that's the difference between the 2 teams. If I could just go through the stats, we've had 21 minutes of the game so far. Shots on goals, quite close actually. Liverpool 4, Arsenal 3. Shots on target, Liverpool 2. Arsenal yet to have a shot on target. Possession, Liverpool was shading that 55% to 45. Passes as well, 120 to our 100. Pass accuracy. So in all the stats, Liverpool are ahead of us as we take the water break. Do you think that's an accurate reflection, Jack, of what you're seeing on the pitch?
Yeah, I'm seeing that the same as the United game. Like you said earlier, Lee, that we started strongly and then just got hit sucker punch, and I think they're going to have 20 minutes. But I'm disappointed in the manner of it more than the
It
the
was.
stats.
I don't know. It's one of them, though, isn't it? Because it was good play. The ball over the top, and then Harvey Elliott's through ball, Salah the way he finished it. So yeah, it was disappointing to get cut open like that. But you do also have to applaud Liverpool because I thought that their passage of play and the finish was very, very good. Lee, what do you think?
You know what? It's a weird one because I know we're talking about this game, but if you go back to the Man United game, Man United fans would tell you that they would have won that game if they didn't get those 2 injuries, especially with Højlund, the way he was, playing up front. So it's a funny one, but I do think that we've actually played well. I think we've had opportunities. I think we've kind of cut Liverpool open as well. I just think it's just the lack of that conviction when we get in front of goal. It's got to be the perfect.
See, this is why I'm telling people, man, we need a striker. It's all right getting midfielders and left backs and people like that. But as I sat, I was having a very interesting conversation with somebody today, an Arsenal fan. I forget his name. His name escapes me. But we just started chatting, and we were talking about the importance of a striker. And I was making the point to him. I said, listen, football, especially at the highest level, is a relatively low-scoring game. The chances you get in a game are not fine. You know what I mean? You might get 3-4, a striker, yeah? You need to be taking those on a regular basis if you're going to be winning things. Oh, that's nice.
I don't think Tony's that prolific kind of gunman that's going to, take...
But I think he's more prolific than anyone we got.
No, he is, but...
Well, we got Eddie.
We got Havertz.
Do you know what? I'm not going to take the glory of this, but shout out to Callum.
And we got Jesus, who's on the record as saying he's not a goal scorer. He said that himself.
Yeah.
We got Havertz, who,
Really
he had a good
great.
end to the season. You say that, he didn't start off too well, though, did he? He had a good...
No.
Yeah, listen, with Havertz, right, let's give him his flowers. He had a good end to the season. But if we're being brutally honest, he got 13 Premier League goals. Now, you contrast that to a man like Haaland and him, man. You know what I mean? We need a guy that's going to get you 20 plus. I can't see Havertz as that guy.
But
You might be able to say different, but I don't see him as that guy. Free kick to Liverpool?
well, my thing is he played 12, 13 games up front, and in that time got like 15 goal contributions. So if you put him up front for a whole season, what's saying he doesn't hit that 20 goals? I mean, I know you'll come back at me, and we'll go.
No, listen,
we've been back and forth in the office about this many
I'm
times.
not. I'm trying not to diss Havertz because it's not about dissing. It's just what I think. I mean, what do the people think out there? Listen, do they agree with me that we need a striker? And if so, what type of striker? Who's out there that we? I mean, I know we've been linked with Gyökeres. We've been linked with Tony. Although, as much as I'm talking Tony, I don't think that's going to happen. Who would you like to see Arsenal splash the cash on? But I definitely think we need a striker.
I think we need a moments player. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, clutch player.
Like, look at last season. How many times were Liverpool struggling and Trent just wraps a free kick in? Or how many times did Foden just put one in the top corner? I don't think we've had that since Sanchez?
It's funny. I did a stream with Dan Potts yesterday, and someone on the stream also said he wants a moments player. But my thing is, and because it was the whole Sane thing, we linked Sane. I just think that as a striker, there aren't many moments players. I don't see anybody who's that top level other than Isak.
That's why I wanted Sesko.
Sesko same.
Do you not think?
Nah, he's not that guy for me.
I think even watching him at the Euros, the amount of times one just pops up 30 yards and it just laces
But with
through
respect,
bullet
that
off the
ship sailed.
crossbar.
I know.
I'm talking about
Realistic.
strikers. Yeah, realistic options.
Shout out into the chat. It was it's Gibbs ATX. He said
Morgan Gibbs what?
Eucharist.
Gyökeres.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think we all know what we're talking about.
That is a solid option, but I just think for me, has he proven it over a long period against top teams that he can score those goals? Now he scored some amazing. His stats were great last season. He looked really good, but that was against in the Portuguese league. In Europe, I would have to see what his numbers were, but they didn't. He didn't propel them to win Europa League. So
Arsenal on the attack here. This looks promising. Oh, great ball by.
Play it first time.
Shoot! Yeah. Oh, how did that not go in?
Play it first time. He should have played it first. What?
No, he was trying to set Jesus
No,
up.
man, I'm telling you, you should have played it first time. It was there.
Yeah, I agree, but
Play it first time. That's poor.
now come Liverpool counter attack. That man Salah again.
That is poor. Play it first time.
That was a very good opportunity there for Arsenal.
But we're cutting them open though. I told you. Look, watch this. Look,
Ball by Partey, Odegaard, lovely.
look.
through
He
ball
goes in
there.
the middle.
Was he offside?
No, he's never offside. Look,
Yeah, no.
bang, play it.
Yeah.
Come on, it's empty. Come on. And that's what you get with a moments player. That's what you get with proper wingers. That's why we need another wide forward. I'm sorry, Martinelli, great player, I love him. 15 non-penalty goals 2 seasons ago. But unfortunately, it's just the decision making is poor.
Yeah, you know what? I go back to what you're saying about Tony, about a maverick. He's a striker that he's screaming there. Like he's on Martinelli's case now, whereas Jesus probably just like,
Jeez,
don't
man.
worry about it, man. Next time, or someone that's just gonna like get on him and
Even
make everything about
bloody
them.
Stevie Wonder could have bloody seen that pass. He's offside again. Come on. And
Who's it? Ever heard of Wayne Gretzky? Might be a bit young for you.
Yeah, I do.
You've heard of Wayne.
Wayne is a ice hockey player.
Yeah. Ice hockey
Aggressive.
icon,
One of the best. I
legend.
think he's one of the best.
It was him who said, "You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take."
There you go.
He was famous for that saying.
There you go.
You got to shoot in
Oh,
this
they got
game,
another
man.
chance here.
Jota. He hit the post. Oh God, this is not looking good for us. Oh, it's a good block. And Hine is forced to tip it over for a corner.
And also, this is I just want again, because I'm interacting with the chat a bit. It was Hots Hits 01. It's a friendly, relax. My issue with that, my friend, is in pre-season, you want to, yes, you do, you are going to make mistakes, but you want to try and see things that you then can translate into the league. But Martinelli always does this. He's always been a poor
He's
decision.
not the only one at Arsenal, though.
No, he isn't.
But a lot of them don't shoot. We spoke about Odegaard.
But the cross,
doing
it was
same
a cross. I'm just talking in general terms.
Oh, the goalkeeper came and didn't get it.
Fouled.
Was he fouled? Okay.
I'm just talking in general terms. I'm looking at Martinelli and I want to see improvements. I want to see incremental differences. And his decision making is poor. He's always crossing with his head down. He's always dribbling with his head down.
So what did you want him to do there? Did you want him
First time it was there. Yeah, no, I wanted him to cross the ball. Pass the ball first time early. Jesus, he could have scored.
Right, we got a super chat here from Plus Alan. He says, "I don't think you know what weak foot is." I don't know who he's referring to because I didn't say anything about weak foot.
I think it's Martinelli when he went through saying cross it first time when it's left. Maybe not us, but I think if you're a pro footballer, I don't want to be hearing that you can't cross on your left.
I don't understand why people are saying that it's just pre-season. Why does that matter?
Especially in light of the poll that we did the other day when people were saying
guys,
that.
this is now the third game that we played in the pre-season. So we're getting closer to the start of the season. Can we not have an expectation for them to make simplistic passes, crosses? I'm not asking him to score at first-time volley. What I'm asking for him is to make the right decision, which is what we're then going to ask him in the Premier League. Because that's what's going to happen. He's then going to make that mistake against Leicester. He's then going to make that mistake against Man United. He's then going to make that mistake in the Champions League quarterfinals. And then what happens is everybody cusses him out. I'm not cussing him out. I'm just asking you, raise your level now. We're getting closer to the Premier League. 2 more games.
Yeah.
Come on.
To be fair to him, he's looked quite bright on the ball, but I mean, yeah, you raised the issue about decision making and shooting earlier. I don't think, as I said, that is something that you can't just lay at Martinelli's door. That is an issue I've had with a number of the players. We don't seem to take enough shots. We could be a lot more direct in situations like that. But anyway.
Yeah. While we're having a water break, I've got a list of the squad up. I was going to do a little quick fire, like keep or sell for some of the ones that everyone's talking about. See if we can get the chat as well. So Ramsdale is my first one. I'm sell.
I'm sell
all the
as
way.
well.
Yeah, I'm selling.
He needs to play football. He's in that group that Gunnar Lee spoke about earlier, players who need to play.
Tierney? Second chance, or are you saying sell?
No, sell.
That
I like Tierney, but that ship's sail.
Kiwior?
Sell.
I would keep Kiwior.
Why?
I would keep Kiwior and get rid of Zinchenko.
What, have him as left back depth?
I would have him as left back and centre back depth.
Okay.
But you're going to get more money for Kiwior than you would for Zinchenko, I would have thought.
Well, that's besides the point. I'm not an accountant. I'm just talking about selling.
Tomiyasu?
No,
injured again.
Yeah.
Missed the tour again.
Again, I would have sold him because of that. I think the injuries, we can't keep paying people just to, look pretty on the bench. No.
I thought you weren't an accountant.
No, I'm not.
Well, why are you talking about money now then?
No, but he literally doesn't play. So that then does become.
I'd give him one more season. I'll give him one more.
Zinchenko?
So. But then if you sell Kivior, you're going to have to keep him. I mean, now we've got Calafiore. His time at the club is looking kind of
I wouldn't even bother selling him. I would just
give him away.
Yeah,
just give him away.
No, you got to get something for him.
Party?
Keep.
1 year left on his deal.
I would sell as well.
Yeah, I'm on sell as well. I think his legs look finished. Yeah.
He's not really impressed that much in this
Smith
game.
Rowe we know is going. Fabio Vieira. I'm on loan. I mean, I didn't give it as an option, but I'm making it an option now.
Fabio.
You know when people used to go Bayern Munich and come back like wham.
Oh, that's
Liverpool on the break again.
That's a great ball.
Jota. Liverpool are looking sharp, I must say. Szoboszlai, that's a great ball to Salah. He's probably been the man of the match so far in this game. He loads it off.
I would sell for Fabio, by the way.
That's good football, man. I hate to have to admit it, but that is really good football. And Arsenal are 2-0 down. We're being outplayed.
But let me just caveat. It doesn't matter because it's just pre-season. That's what everyone's going to say. It doesn't matter.
I don't know, man.
Don't say nothing.
Gabriel looks disappointed as well. He might.
It doesn't matter. It's just pre-season.
It does matter. You're being sarcastic now, right?
Well, that's what everybody. There's no point me saying anything because it's just pre-season. So.
I mean,
who's playing him on? Who's out at the back? Gabriel.
Harvey Elliott again. Good finish. Well, did he go for his legs?
That's a great assist, by the way.
Szoboszlai turns Jesus there. Good play. Lovely ball by Harvey Elliott. I mean, a goal like that, listen, a goal like that, let's be honest, is it defensive frailty or was just that good football by Liverpool?
For me,
I'm kind of erring on the side of that was really good play. It wasn't like...
It's nice, but Gabriel's 5 yards deeper playing him onside and Zinchenko's just stands. Carvalho just runs off him. He stood there. I don't know whether he's trying to play an offside line or if he's just asleep, but...
This could be a long night for Arsenal, man, if they don't get it right, because Liverpool 2-0 up, man. I can't really say that they don't deserve it.
Listen, I will say as well, again, look, I have a lot of admiration for Arteta. I think he's a great tactician. I think he's a great manager. I think he's got so many good qualities. But him playing Havertz in midfield when last
naughty there by Ben White. That
when last season we pretty much lost the league by him putting Havertz in midfield. It just doesn't make sense, I just don't get why he's trying to do this. I don't get his point. I don't get why he's got this obsession, his ego.
You're a bit of a miserable son, aren't you?
No, it just doesn't make sense. We lost the league by him playing in midfield against Aston Villa. Why do it again?
Because it's only pre-season.
Yeah, people can just, people just bloody play players in stupid position. Do what you want.
This man, he's so hard to please, man. But having said that, it is disappointing that we're 2-0 down and being apparently outplayed by Liverpool. Look, we've just given the ball away there needlessly.
I know way too many Liverpool fans for this to happen. Way too many.
And Ben White as well has got to watch himself because that was a bit naughty what he did to Carvalho a minute ago. Pushed him over like that, right into the water buckets. That was nice to see. And he's had a little kick out at Carvalho again there. And Carvalho returned the favour. Yeah, so those two are not treating this as a friendly. They're going at it. Oh, Odegaard. Dangerous playing around on the edge of his own box there. He's lucky to get away.
We can still score 2 goals.
Yeah, we can still score, but at the moment, Liverpool dominating. I think that's fair to say.
Honestly, I mean, I'm not saying, I wouldn't say dominate. I think they've had some good chances. I think we've had some good chances.
Well, okay.
I think we've had...
Dominating might be a stretch, but they are the better team, man. I mean, they've had 7 shots to our 3. 3 on... We've not had a shot on target yet. They're 2 goals up, 2 very good goals as well. I don't think you can argue that Liverpool...
The joke of it is, though, Laurie, you're right. We have had 3 shots, but we should have had another 3 shots, but we just don't shoot. When in good advantageous positions.
Zinchenko's getting a bit of a warm time in the comments, by the way. And we've also had a super chat here from Crossday. It says, unpopular. If we were playing this game to win, I'd have Zinit in the 8, Havertz striker, Jesus on the right wing, Jorginho DM, Partey as fullback.
Wait, hold on. Who said that?
Cross Tech.
Right, Cross
Super
Tech.
Chat. Thanks for the super chat, by the way.
Just question. I'm going to look it out. I'm looking out for it. I just want your first 11. Because are you saying you want Zinchenko to actually start?
He's saying that if we were playing it, so if this was a Premier League game,
what,
right,
and
we
we're
were playing
missing
to
Declan
win,
Rice and
you'd
Saka.
have Zinni in the 8.
Wait, but Crosstech, do you mean is this actual team with no Saka and no Declan Rice? That's what I'm asking. So is he saying he wants to play he wants to play Zinchenko?
Well, I can only go by what he said.
That's what I'm asking him to respond so he can actually answer. Just put it in the chat, Crosstech, and I'll look. I want to know your first 11. If everybody's fit.
So you drop White, have Partey at right back, Jorginho, DM, Zinni in the 8, and lob Jesus out on the wing.
Wait, did he respond?
No, that's where you.
No, he's just.
That's where you put him. So yeah, Jesus gets pushed out onto the wing. Zinni in the 8, Havertz.
We got a corner, lads. Now we were pretty successful from corners early in the season. Early last season. Let's see what we can do here.
Where's Ben White?
He's going to do his housery. Corner by Odegaard, bit wide. Not really threatening.
That's a good header out by Liverpool, by the way.
Zinchenko, that's good. Can he go?
That's what he does.
Good pass.
And we've got
Martinelli.
We've got
shoots.
Liverpool away.
Or was it a cross? Oh, Odegaard, lovely bit of play there. Oh, we got it's a goal.
Look, one goal
It's
back.
a goal.
This is my point. Like
Havertz.
one goal back easily. Come on.
Jackie's got that smug look on his face as if to say, I told you Havertz
No, to
was
be
going to
fair,
score.
Someone should have let Crosstech cook because that's come from Zinchenko picking it up in the
Yeah,
air.
that was.
taking it
Yeah, to
through
be fair
someone.
to him, he started that move off.
Shout out to Bele. He said, "Why do you think?" He asked me, "Why do you think Havertz in mid is still being messed with?" Genuine question. I don't get it either.
Is he offside though?
No, he's not.
No.
He got paid on.
No.
I think. Sorry, that was
Good play by Odegaard. Sorry to interrupt, Lee. Good play by Odegaard
very
there.
good
Got a
play.
bit fortunate because
Very
it came off
Well
one
done,
of the
Kai.
defenders, but the intent was good.
very good play. But I think the midfield is. I think Havertz is actually only playing the midfield to give fair to Arteta because maybe just numbers.
To give him some minutes.
I think just to give him some minutes because of the numbers and stuff like that. But
I get why he wants him
I
there.
just-
I see like what his plan was, but it didn't work.
yeah, I just think you just got to play him up front. Just give him a position. We got to do some players. We have to just try and make them specialists. We don't need to have 15 Swiss Army knives in the squad. We've already got 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. Just start getting some specialists in positions. And Havertz, we saw what he did up front, how hard he worked. He runs the channels, he stretches the play. That's all I'm asking.
I think he's meant to be, like Gundogan was for City. Yeah. He just crashes the box.
Yeah.
Like, they go out to, like De Bruyne was always on the right hand side whipping crosses in. Foden was on the right. So all their build ups there, and on the left they have this box crasher. And I think he's basically when we've got the ball, you're up front pretty much and then drop back, but it doesn't work.
We got another super chat here. I should have read this earlier. Apologies from Man City 5 Pete. Laurie, Arsenal winning the league, yes or no? If we sign a striker, yes.
No,
a
but you
striker
can't-
worthy of the name.
You can't.
No, but that's bro.
You can't do caveats, man. That's not the question.
No, but there's still time to get a striker.
Are we favourites?
But
as
that's
it stands?
not the question, bro.
Are we
right now.
favourites as it stands? Do you reckon you make us favourites?
No,
No.
no.
That's like someone asking, "Would you rate yourself? Would you rate yourself out of 10?" And then you say, "Oh, if I'm 2 feet taller, if I'm 2 inches taller in terms of height, then I'll go from a 7 to an 8."
With respect, I don't think that analogy is
No, it is.
on point.
It is.
But anyway,
The question is, right now.
with the squad that we've got right now, no.
Yeah, okay. So that's the. Yeah,
What
that's,
about you,
no.
Jack?
No.
No.
But what I have said is I think if we
Actually,
don't...
now you're doing what I did. You're saying if.
Yeah, no. There's no.
no.
caveats.
If we lose the league and come second and City win it, the season's a failure. If we finish below anyone other than City, the season's a disaster. I think if City come third, we come second, and Liverpool win the league,
We've
or
got to
United,
win
then
something
we've
significant
seriously
this
messed up.
season.
I can stomach not winning it to City again.
We-
They're City,
what
but
I would say,
anyone else.
you do make a good point. What I would say, we have to win something significant this season, be it the Premier League, Champions League, Would you class the FA Cup as a major?
I love the FA Cup, but I just don't think it saves his job.
No.
What about you?
No, it's a nice addition, but it's not. And I think if we don't win anything big this year and someone else wins the league other than City, it makes a mockery of the whole thing. Like we're saying, first year of challenging, we weren't expecting it, so there's our excuse. Second year, we pushed them all the way, but it takes time. And then third year, if someone like United comes in on Liverpool, first year of their new process, and it just makes a mockery of the whole.
Right, back to the game. We've got just a minute and a half of normal time left. Liverpool 2, Arsenal 1. Liverpool were 2-0 up, courtesy of goals by Salah and he was the guy that the Carvalho. And we hit back with a goal from Havertz, which was slightly against a runner play, I got to admit. But we're back in the game. It's 2-1. Lee made a very good point. Listen, we can score 2 goals in this game, so we got 1 back. Just got to stop conceding.
Imagine my shock. Okay, he is playing in midfield.
Good move by Partey.
Havertz is in the centre forward position and he scores a goal.
This looks quite dangerous. Reece is on the attack.
That's what he does.
It's poor ball.
That was terrible ball. Not poor, terrible.
And it's afforded Liverpool a chance to counter attack, which they've been doing quite well all game.
You just got to play your players in those positions. All this, it's like a bloody Haribo Star Mix. Just start playing players in there. Oh, look at that, Kivior. Mate,
we were lucky there because that was a poor ball from the Liverpool forward. How do you think Partey's doing in midfield? Now that is a good ball. He's
out wide. Come on, Martin. Oh,
that's
nice.
a good ball. This is nice.
He's offside, Jesus. So he's decent.
Martinelli's putting in a shift. He looks quite tired here, actually.
Right, let's see who else is on the bench. I just want to see who else is on the bench.
Jacqueline.
So we got Ethan. No Calafiori.
The bench is strong. Let's get him on.
Fabio Vieira.
The bench is
5 minutes, bloody hell, extra time.
So we got the 3 young keepers: Heaven, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Nichols, Rekic, Jorginho, Rosiak, Salah-Eddin, Goa, Fabio, Trossard, Sago Jr., Waneri, and Nketiah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of those guys will get a look. And
start from scratch. Timbers, he's just been rested today, my friend. In the chat.
A lot of action in there. A lot of pushing and shoving going on there. Right, corner to Arsenal. It's gone deep. Not very good delivery, to be honest. Cleared by Liverpool. Out to Zinchenko.
I think why there's 5 minutes extra time.
They did a walk.
Look!
They did a walk.
Actually, that was a decent ball.
Don't stop the clock, maybe.
Okay.
There were a couple of water breaks and stuff like that.
To be fair, actually, I just remembered the Simicast. Yeah, he got
and Carvalho when Ben White just decked him into the water bottles.
But it has been a competitive game. I mean,
my God.
Oh, Jota, too easy for Jota there.
Too
again. Easy.
Why is Zinchenko there?
Oh, my God.
And Liverpool got the overlap.
Well done,
Zinchenko's been saved there.
Oh, Zinchenko, mate. Wow,
So, what I'm gathering from your statement, Laurie, is you're saying Arsenal can't win the league with Havertz as their striker?
Yeah, basically. And I'm not saying that to disrespect him. I'm saying that if we're going to win the title or win something significant, as we just said, we need a clinical striker. Listen, Havertz will contribute. He will get his goals. I mean, he's got a goal tonight. Oh, look, Salah's through. Overlap. Oh!
Can we get a poll in the chat?
We got cut open again there, people. But Jota, of all people, he's normally quite clinical in those positions. Yeah, he's shanked it.
Can we get a poll in the chat for that, please, guys? Can Arsenal win the league with Havertz as their starting 9?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, let's do that.
Can production put mine as yes, by the way? Just answer
Thank you.
Because I think we can.
Listen, my view on Havertz is, like I said, he's a good player. He's going to contribute. I've no doubt about that. However, I'm not sure with him up top and Jesus whether that's enough to win you a title. As I said, games at the very top level are relatively low-scoring games. You need a guy that's gets 2 or 3 chances, going to get one of them.
He's got one tonight.
He's got one tonight,
One chance,
yeah.
one goal.
Listen, man, he's a good player, but I'm just being honest, man. I don't see him as that guy that's going to get you 20 plus, and I think you need that if you're going to win a title. I mean, listen, if we're getting goals from other players in the team consistently over a season, then fine.
Can we vote yes?
Yeah, I've put yes on my phone anyway.
Well, I'm putting no. But, yeah, I'm putting no. I've got to be honest, man. I don't see it.
61% saying yes.
Well, listen, I hope they prove me wrong if we don't get a striker. But, you know. Free kick to Arsenal, just a minute and a half of extra time played. Odegaard's over it.
If Nketiah stays, I'm going to get you an Nketiah home kit.
I didn't say Nketiah was the answer either.
I'll tell you what, I'll rip it off his back, mate.
You get the ick.
Mate, I wouldn't let him go out on the street wearing
Right, here we go with a free kick. It's a good delivery, but it's cleared by Liverpool, and there was a bit of pushing and shoving.
Who do you reckon the lowest selling shirt is in the Arsenal squad? Not to put anyone down.
Yeah, no, I would say if it's like
I'm not seeing anyone rock around with a Kivior kit.
Mate, that was the one I had in my mind. I did think Kivior. If it's from the normal starting 11, so Kivior's not in there, I would say it's definitely not Havertz. It's definitely not Saka. It's definitely not Rice. Partey? I don't think.
No, I think just Ghanaians. So many party shirts.
Nah.
I'm just thinking
I don't think.
Don't forget, when Partey come to the club, there was a big fanfare about him.
Yeah.
And not just from Ghanaian fans either. I mean, I remember a lot of people were very excited. I was excited when Partey arrived at the club.
Lowest selling shirt in the squad. I'm saying
That's
Kivior.
a difficult question. Probably Kivior.
I reckon Tommy Ashley's got everyone in Japan. Everyone's got a Tommy Ashley shirt. Do you not reckon?
Well, Son's not obviously from that region, but I think he dominates that part of. I know it's not Japanese, but
yeah.
I think he just dominates Far East Asia.
Right, so that's the end of the first half, people, and Liverpool go into the end of the first half. They're 2-1 up, courtesy of goals by Mo Salah and Carvalho. Don't like to say it, but it is the truth. I think they have been valued for their lead. I think it's been a decent game. Arsenal have had a kind of stop-start type of performance. They've looked good on occasions, but then defensively they've been cut open a few times. And I can't argue, to be honest, with Liverpool being 2-1 up. Frank.
Just so everyone knows, he spent.
Jack.
I've been here for.
That was a Joe Biden moment on my part. Sorry about that.
You got amnesia like him too?
Well, I hope not. But, you never know. But yeah, Jack.
So we did, just before we get into that, we did pre-season together last year, and I found out that my surname in your phone has been spelt wrong.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Last
That's right.
week.
Yeah. I'm blaming somebody else for that. They gave me the wrong name.
Who gave you the wrong name?
But yeah, so what's your thoughts on that first half?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Liverpool. Sorry.
What's up with these, man? You got the
early
morning giggle.
If you're asking me, look, I would say first half. Overall,
No, I was asking Jack.
Yeah, go, Jack.
You got it now. Yeah, no, I think they've been. You're right. They've been. They've been valued for their lead. They have been
the better.
Yeah, I think the same as United. We came out stronger, had sort of 5-10 minutes, and then once they got that goal, I mean,
as they say, man, goals change games.
And then obviously you were saying about how much of it is poor defending compared to just good goals. I think they're nice balls in behind, but I'm disappointed with the way we conceded them, and I think they've had control since then. Havertz on the score sheet as per usual, but I think second half we'll see a lot of changes. I don't know if we'll see like Salah come off and some more kids. I think we've maybe got a stronger bench than they have, but I think it'll be a different game. I'm excited to see Waneri come on. I don't know whether maybe he'll do Havertz up front and then take Jesus off, maybe.
Interesting. Just before you come in, Lee, I just want to read this super chat so I don't miss it. OG says, Laurie, if you want to win the league, you should let the mediocre players go. There is some truth to that. But it's about who you sign, though, really, isn't it? Right, Lee, go ahead. Your first half thought.
I thought the standout player was probably so tough. I'm gonna give it to Odegaard. I think he's just tried to knit things together, and he obviously created that nice goal. I don't think the midfields worked at all, really.
Partey got better as the half went on.
But I think the legs are just they scare me a little bit. I think the legs scare me a little bit, but overall, I think you're right. Liverpool deserve to be ahead, but we've created chances. I just want to see us take some shots. I want to see especially when we're in good position. I'm not asking you to do it from 40 yards. When we're in those when we're in those positions. But overall, let's see how we go in the second half. I think Arteta's gonna,
he'll make some changes. But then so will Arne Slot. What do you, Jack? What do you think of Arne Slot, the playing style that we heard so much about? Do you think it's significantly changed from Klopp? It does appear to have.
Yeah, a little bit. I think their goals tonight are very similar to what we've seen from Liverpool for a while. But I think that's more like muscle memory, isn't it? That's how they've all played together for ages. But I think he's sort of trying to go for more control than.
Yeah, they're passing more through the lines.
Yeah, not so much of this just counter-attack pace. But I'm interested to see how he does, because if you look at all the legendary managers that have left over the past sort of decade or so and who's followed them, no matter how good they've been, they've all flopped. I'm not saying it's going to happen to Slot, but look who came after Wenger. And then everyone was talking about Emery, rating him highly. Who came after Ferguson? Moyes everyone loved him at Everton. So I'll be interested to see how he gets on. And then, for me, he's done the right thing by winning over the Liverpool fans. I think I was listening to some people the other day saying the first thing he did was go around a few pubs in Liverpool, and he's been meeting fans, chatting to fans, and obviously Klopp gave him the seal of approval. So I think he's done everything right to succeed so far.
Well, certainly some of the players seem to be on board with what he's doing.
Because I mean, everything we all say about Emery is the one thing he never did. He never got the fans on side, and he never seemed to win over the players. So the fact that that's the first thing he's come in and done, I think, is probably the best thing he could have done.
I've got a super chat here from Phoenix. He's used a Jamaican swear word beginning with B that I'm not going to say on here. But thanks for the super chat anyway. But keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Stephen McLaren.
Yeah, I know. But I will say, though, the Zinchenko performance was, for me, very worrying. I think he was very, very, not even necessarily loose with his passes, but I just think that the defensive positioning, the defensive understanding, defensive awareness, he lost that duel, and then Liverpool almost scored.
He did get a bit exposed.
He got skinned by Salah in terms of the pace as well. I know that can happen to anyone, but drop a bit deeper then. Bring the line back.
But to be fair to him, we did see other parts of his game. Whereby going forward, he looks quite technically assured on the ball.
But the thing is, and I'm going to keep saying this, we've already got players that can do that job. We've already got Jorginho. We've already got Rice. So for him, you then become redundant because you're not the best at even that thing that you want to do, and you can't defend. You can't track back. So Zinchenko was a real worry for me, I'll be honest with you.
Got another super chat here from G4. It says, Robbie not here, super chats are ignored. Listen, from what I can see, we have read all the super chats, bro. So, you know what I mean? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I've read all the super chats. Maybe if Jack, you keep an eye on them as well, then we'll make sure we don't miss them. But all the super chats that have come to my attention, I've read them out. So anyway. But yeah, listen, I don't want to turn this into a Zinchenko meltdown, you know what I mean? I don't want to trash him. Yes, we know he has defensive liabilities, but to be fair to the guy, he also has assets to the team. He's good on the ball. He can get us up the pitch.
Yeah, I think with what Lee's saying, though, is that he will lose us more points than he'll win us, because there's other people that can do things that he does on the ball. Maybe not as well, but people can do it. But the mistakes he make, I mean, I think back to last season, I think Fulham at home, he messes around on the ball, gives away a corner that they score the equaliser from. Liverpool away, he gets turned inside out by Salah, just doesn't tackle him and they score. And then Villa at home at the end, I think he's about 10 yards deeper than everyone else for the through ball that Watkins scores from.
Again, defensive liabilities. But as I said, I don't want to scapegoat the guy. And we also have to bear in mind that situation with the left back has been partially addressed with the signing of Calafiori. Now, as I said, Zinchenko's going to stay at Arsenal. I expect he's going to be a bit part player. I'm sure he's experienced and wise enough to know that. So yeah, I've got to keep it real. I don't see him playing the majority of the games at left back. If anything, I think
he's to me he's a sub in a cup game. He's not even a starter in a cup.
For me, he's like Ipswich at home. They're playing a low block. We're going to get time on the ball, and we need someone to unlock it.
Steady dissing Zinchenko, man.
No,
talking of steady dissing Zinchenko, we've got a super chat here from Sean. I'm not going to say the surname. He says, Zinchenko out now. Number one priority for left back equals defend. As I said, it would appear that left back situation has been addressed because Calafiore started his career off as a left back. He can play centre back as well. So he's one of those players that Arteta seems to like insofar as his versatility is concerned. But, let's be honest, bro. Zinchenko is not going to play the majority of games next season, unless there's injuries. So, yeah.
Yeah, you say, Lee, about your football ick thing earlier about Nketiah. It's just reminded me of the Zinchenko. You remember the huddles?
Oh yeah, but you know what? I didn't mind the huddles thing at first because it did look like the connectivity was there. But then somebody said it. It may have been James, but I can't remember. But someone did say, "But we've just come up from half time. Why do we need to have another huddle?"
The ones for me, I can't remember what game it was, but I remember. I think Raya had a howler for a goal. And the first thing I see is Zinchenko with his arms around him, like patting him, like, come on, man, like, I believe in you. If I'm a goalkeeper and I've made a mistake, I know. The last thing I want is someone like...
No, you say that, though, but he was being given credit for that when he first come to the club. People were saying, look at his mentality. He's a spokesperson at the club.
I think
he's vociferous. That's what you want. He's a character. Now you man are saying...
I think it would have looked a lot better and it'd come across a lot better if it was every other game or every 3 games, but it was every half, not even every game. It was the start. It was the start. It was at the half time. It was then if you were losing. It was if you can see the goal.
That's his character, though, bro. Yeah. The same things that man like you were bigging up when he first come to the club. They were saying he's got that winning mentality.
I know, but obviously
he's vociferous. He's lively. He speaks out.
Hindsight is a wonderful thing, and I just think when you look at it, yes, we were literally begging for our team to just be good, and he brought a freshness. He brought something that it seemed to be so unique. But we've also seen that he's clearly not the leader. He's not the person that's going to carry this club forward.
Okay, well, let's change tack because we've got super chat here from Black Season. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this. He says, I am nearing acceptance that Jesus is not a striker. And why can't Arteta not just try Zinni in the 8? You play Trossard and Emil Smith-Rowe there. Surely Zinni can be as good, if not better. I think I know where this is going. Jack, what's your thoughts to that? What's your response?
The Jesus not a striker thing is interesting because I think I tweeted something a while ago just about him in general, and I got there was 10 replies being like, "Oh, he's a midfielder. Look at Joe Linton, lob him in centre midfield. He's box to box." And
listen, wasn't it Jesus who himself said those famous words?
Scoring goals is not my forte.
Yeah, exactly. Or words to that effect.
Not my specialty. Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he will tell you, or he will confide that some of that is lost in translation. Maybe what he was trying to say was, I offer more than just goal scoring. But nevertheless, the stats bear that out. I mean, last season, I think his final tally in the Premier League was 4 goals, which is actually less than Eddie's, by the way. But anyway.
I knew you'd
do you know that?
No, but hear me out. What I'm saying is,
John Duran.
It's a bit of a stretch for somebody. What's his highest return ever in the Premier League?
Isn't it 14 goals for Man City?
Yeah. It's a bit of a stretch to suddenly think that all of a sudden he's going to turn into this 20-goal-a-season striker.
For me, he was that we didn't have Champions League football. We needed a new striker because Laka was going, and it was what's the very best we can get without Champions League football? Oh, we can probably get Jesus and Zinchenko because Arteta knows him from City, and we can probably convince them. So they were going to be like the stopgap, get in top 4, have a couple of years, and then when we're in title races, we upgrade again. I think it's unlucky for him to an extent that we've sort of jumped that whole process, and he's been almost exposed for not being that top level, both of them.
I mean, the man's,
quicker
the
than we
man's
thought.
ability is there for all to see. He has ability. He's a very good footballer. Some people say he's more like a street baller than a top-class Premier League footballer. He's definitely got skills.
The knee injury as well, I think, really didn't help. I mean, if I, like, I was watching it the other day. I think it was, I think it was a Richard Hammond on podcast was saying about, like, you go to like your happy place sometimes when you're like, I think it's when he was in a coma after his car crash. My happy place is that pink kit Arsenal, Jesus, Bournemouth away. That's mine. Like, if I can be taken anywhere back again, that's where I want to be.
Saliba, top finish.
Yeah, Zinchenko like that on the floor. The tequila chant, pink kit, sun. No one thought we'd be challenging. That's where I want to go.
Yeah. The two players that seem to be coming in for a little bit of stick here, and I don't want to like over elaborate on this, is Zinni and Kivior. What's your thoughts on Kivior?
I thought Kivior was out of position a few times. Again, pre-season, there is an allowance for those kind of things because he just maybe is a little bit more rusty. I think you give it a little bit more of a chance because he doesn't seem to make those mistakes in the season in Premier League. So he does look to be a bit more assured. But
so it's just pre-season
for him, yeah. Okay. But Martinelli does the same mistakes all the time, and that's what I was saying to you. But yeah, look,
right, they're coming out now for the second half. Mo Salah's been retained. He had a good first half, by the way, especially early on. He looked very dangerous. Have we made any changes, Jack?
I'm going to have a look, see if we've tweeted anything.
I'm not seeing any immediate apparent changes, but...
No, they've seen all the same. What do you make of Szoboszlai? I've seen some flop of the season shouts last year.
Yeah, he needs a good season, doesn't he? He was quite instrumental in Liverpool's second goal, by the way. Tonight, or this morning. I think Liverpool made a change, have they? Who's that young lad?
That's Vandenberg, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they look the same.
Don't forget our poll people. Can Arsenal win the league?
What's it looking at now? It's close.
With Havertz up top.
56-44.
Yeah. I remain to be convinced, but hey, the people are having their say, which is good.
How many goals do you think he'll get in all competitions next year?
He'll get... Oh, Endo's coming on.
Yeah, Liverpool... have we made any changes?
Oh, and Trey...
He was good. He's been really good. He's been really good. And Endo. Yeah, how many do you reckon
who the hell is that?
Kyle get? I'm saying 20 plus.
Stevenson.
20 plus.
In everything.
In all
I'm talking Champions League.
I think.
You think 20 plus goals?
No way.
No way.
Well, he got 13 in the league. How many did he get last? He got 13 in the league.
He hit like 15 in all comps, I think.
I'm gonna say Trossard's coming on 16. By the way, I think he's gonna get 16.
I'm saying over 20. I haven't got money to bet, but
just use his money.
We didn't expect wholesale changes, and it doesn't appear as if there's been any. Although my boy Gunalier said that Trossard is coming on.
Yeah.
Havertz is on. Will he stay in midfield or will he go up top? I don't know. Will Eddie get a game? I mean, I know that the Marseille links seem to be quite strong. They might not want to risk him. We're looking at Javier. He had a good game.
Did he play against Man United, Eddie? No. I don't recall seeing him at all.
No, he was captain against Bournemouth.
Did he not come on at all?
No,
I don't think he did.
Wow. I think that's...
Actually, no, he did come on, didn't he? He did come on towards the end. I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, give him the garbage time minutes.
You've come all this way. We might as well.
He did come on towards the end. But yeah, I think so far...
Javier
Vieira as well.
As well.
Yeah, I want to see how Vieira gets on. He had a decent game against
I think Odegaard's going to come off.
Big things are expected of him.
Yeah,
it's Martinelli.
And...
But what about Odegaard? I think Odegaard's going to come off.
Could be Jesus and Havertz goes up top.
Oh, Nelson. All right, so Trossard's on the right. Trossard's on the right. No, I think Jesus is on the right. Oh, no, hold on. Trossard's on the right.
Trossard.
I think Trossard's on the right, Kai's through the middle. No, Trossard left, Kai through the middle.
No, but
Jesus on
is
the
still
right,
on.
and then Fabio's gone in Havertz's spot. So Havertz Odegaard party.
Do you reckon? Because I think if Jesus is on, he'll probably stay through the middle. Innit? Anyway,
You know
we're
what,
underway.
Vieira's done right wing shift, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He could be out there.
I mean, the manager does like to play them in different positions at times. He thinks that he's big on versatility.
Yeah, he loves the Swiss Army knife thing.
I need to not see experimenting again at the start of the season. That cost us last year, I think, at the start of the season. Do you remember we started Partey at right back, Gabriel on the bench, Havertz centre mid.
Although, to be fair to him, he was trying different things out early to see how things would go.
I think it was something to do with, like, I heard like Gabriel had his head
Arsenal on
turned
the
by
attack
Saudi
here.
or
This is
something.
looking promising.
That
Bit of
pitch looked
urgency.
Awful, by the way.
Behind him, wasn't it? That's a good ball. Across
That's
the pitch.
a great ball.
Oh, he's through. This is lovely. Oh.
Took that a bit far, but fine.
I've noticed Arsenal tend to make fast starts and then tail off a little bit.
They can't maintain it.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, there's always going to be ebb and flow in a game, innit? So it's unlikely, especially when you're up against teams like Liverpool, where you can dominate for large spells. But this is interesting. The final ball in the box wasn't that great, though. But Arsenal are on the attack. 2 minutes into the second half, Arsenal, it's all Arsenal at the moment, but, as we said, it's early. Partey picking up the ball just inside the Liverpool half. Good ball over the top there. Has he found anyone? Good intentions anyway.
Well done, Kai.
Shot there.
But you know what? At least there's a shot.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. We're crying out for them to take shots.
And who was it that took that shot?
Havertz.
20 goal man this season.
This is what I say. Centre forward, play him up front, man. Someone's going to have to miss out.
Well,
I still think we need a striker. I think you are right. Like Bantner or so. You know how Germany was sort of like lobbing on full crook, like something completely different just for the last 10. I think that's what we don't have.
The versatility kind.
He's going West Ham, by the way.
Oh, is he?
Apparently,
Who?
for that full crook for Germany.
is he?
Yeah, I heard, someone said this morning he's going West Ham, or West Ham want him because they've just signed that Somerville.
He's going to leave Dortmund and go to West Ham.
Apparently, he's like 32 as well. And they've got like Somerville as well. You know, the Leeds one.
Yeah, I did hear that. He 3 minutes into the second half, and it's all Arsenal at the moment in terms of possession. But we don't want just to see possession. We want goals. And I know what you're going to say. It's only a friendly, but still, we don't want to lose this game. And at the moment, we're losing. So come on, let's go.
That's a good ball.
Bit of space open up there for.
That's a good ball
Havertz.
by Carl Hein, though.
Yeah. Zinni with one of his cross-field diagonals to Fabio Vieira. It's a good little spell by Arsenal in terms of possession. Anyway, we're looking.
So Jesus is. Oh,
He's on the wing at the moment.
yeah. I think he
Yeah,
seems to
Trossard's
be
not
just
familiar.
creating space. Sorry.
Are you surprised that we're not seeing Ranieri and none of those guys yet? Some of the younger guys.
60-ish minutes. 60-ish
Don't
minutes.
forget our poll as well, guys. We want to know your MVP for the Arsenal pre-season tour. Obviously, there's still plenty of time in this game, but there is time to get your votes in. I think we narrowed it down to 3, didn't we? Ranieri, Odegaard, and who else? Jesus was in there. But yeah,
Timber.
Timber as well.
I think
He's not playing, he's
Ranieri
been
gets a lot of
rested in
minutes
this
this season.
This is promising. Good start by Arsenal. Good start.
I don't think Nwaneri gets as many minutes as we think because we're going for the title.
Sure are.
I just think I'd rather see him come on than like a Fabio Vieira. But I was looking at something the
I
other
don't
day.
know, Fabio Vieira, he needs minutes, man. This is a big season coming out for him, man. I would say that he needs to be playing.
I think he needs to be playing.
Jesus on the right, cuts in. Zinicing. Oh, that was a good
Nice party.
party, yeah.
We're playing well.
We are. But we've not had a shot on goal yet. That's the thing. Here comes Jesus. That's lovely, intricate approach play. But, still not had a shot on target yet in this half. It's early, of course, 5 minutes. Liverpool defending quite deep.
They took off Conor Bradley as well, and they put a new fullback on called Stevenson. Never heard of him, but maybe he's half decent.
Yeah, Jones and Bradley come off. So Jota won't score against us. That's nice. That's going to be the first time in like 4 years.
Forever and a day.
Yeah. Is he the worst you can remember of someone who's always scores against us? Since Drogba.
Drogba.
Yeah,
Drogba was the
sick
one
of
that
that.
always used to get to
Kevin Nolan, Kevin Davies, Morton Gamps Pedersen. I feel like they always scored against us.
Here comes Jesus. Has seen a little bit of the ball on the wing here. And is that him? That is him. Good possession by Arsenal, but we need... nice by Partey. Plays it out to Fabio Vieira, who in turn. Can we get a cross in the box, please? We're seeing that now. That's good by Odegaard. Zinchenko. That's a good ball in. Oh, he took it off Havertz's head there. That was good defending by Liverpool. Arsenal are on top.
Yeah, the manager's definitely...
They're on top. There's no doubt about it.
But
can we get something from this passage of play?
How happy are you or sad in terms of, how happy are you with the money, but how sad are you about ESR going?
You know what? We spoke about this on our previous show. You know what? I think it's a mutually beneficial move. I think the money is decent for Arsenal, 35 mil.
Mm-hmm.
I think for Smith Rowe, I think he needs a new challenge. I think his career at Arsenal stagnating because of injury and loss of form. And the loss of form comes obviously from him having suffered so many injuries. He needs to be playing again, man. There's a very good player in there. He goes with my blessings, but I do think it's the right move.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think the last time he played a lot, we were playing with like Tierney's and Lacazette. So he's missed the whole...
So you keep dissing Tierney, man.
No, not dissing him, but like he was playing when we had like that style of play and them sort of players, and he's playing as an out-and-out 10 or a winger, and now he's got to learn how to play as like one of these double eights. He's got inverted full-backs. He's got Jesus dropping deep. Like he's never played like this whole system that we've been adapting to for like 2 years. He's barely touched it, so
yeah.
I feel sorry for him. I just think
I do feel sorry for him. There was a moment...
The team evolved when he weren't there.
There was a moment last season, I think it was, where he was in the matchday squad, and I think he was warming up for it.
Was it West Ham? No, West Ham in the cup, I think.
Yeah, and he got injured during the warm-up,
game,
and you could see him break down in tears, and you thought to yourself, there is a guy, man.
He literally like rolled his ankle or something, and it put him out for like a month.
So he needs an uplift, man. And I think going to Fulham, it's a good club with a good manager. They play progressive football. I think he'll do well there. But I do think it's time for him to move on. And I think the money that Arsenal get from that move can fund
Moreno,
a striker, or certainly enhance the team. So, yeah, I think it's mutually beneficial.
Also, he doesn't have a hyphen in his name. And I just want to address that to everyone in the chat as well, because
What's
that really annoyed me. I've got an Arsenal shirt at home from 4 years ago with Smith-Rowe on the back. There's no hyphen. I only figured it out yesterday.
It's not a hyphen.
I only figured it out yesterday. There's no hyphen in Smith Rowe.
Hopefully we can get him in the Reggae Boys team, man. There's talk that he might, or they've been trying to tap him up to play for Jamaica. You never know. Speaking as a Reggae Boys fan myself, let's hope we can get Smith Rowe involved. Talking of which, have you seen that it's been touted that Steve McLaren is going to take over.
I
the
know.
job.
Been confirmed now.
It's like any Steve.
It's been confirmed now.
Yeah.
Any Steve gets the job. It was Steve Bruce before, innit?
Yeah, I need to see. You know when he went Netherlands and he did the accent in his press conference. I need to see that.
God,
He needs to do a couple of wild ones, man. When he gets
No,
over it.
please don't embarrass yourself. Just be who you are, man. Come on.
No, but you know what? I think for Jamaica, that's a progressive move.
No, it is,
Some
but-
people may not think so.
I don't want you to. You don't need to appropriate anything, man. Just be who you are. Don't try and
Yeah.
do no lingo. We understand very clearly what you're saying, my friend.
But yeah, I think that's a good move for Jamaica, man. Whether it'll work out, who knows? Let's hope so. Because what I would say is that Jamaica, and I'm being a little bit biased because I've got Jamaican heritage, they have the potential to do a lot better because we have a lot of players that play in leagues, Premier League, for example, that have got Jamaican heritage that could. I mean, Reece Nelson is one that could play for Jamaica.
Murray Hutchinson.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Ethan Pinnock.
So I'm hoping that maybe the thought process. Oh, this is good from
Oh,
Arsenal.
well done.
Got an overlap. Can he use it? Not.
It's not the best.
Just
ball.
aimless.
Yeah, that was just,
Just
He's
aimless.
got that. He's got that. That like weak.
the
foot.
look on Habit's face there tells everything. He knows he should have done better there.
He's got that in him though. That little like loose footed just dink into.
Yeah,
He's got no conviction in anything he does.
yeah, that seemed to lack conviction for sure. But yet you think he's going to be a 20-goal season plus next season?
Oh yeah, I'll take any forfeit. I'll put my house. Well, I haven't got a house, but I'll put my rent on that.
Well, yeah. When you say your house, you put your Monopoly.
Yeah.
house
I put my Monopoly house.
You could be joining London's homeless, mate.
Mate, tell you what.
He'll get 20.
It's all Arsenal at the moment, though. Got to keep it real. I mean, I'll be interested to see the possession stats for this half, and I'll also be interested to hear Lee's answer reports that you're nodding off.
Nah, I'm
Comments saying you're fighting for your life.
I'm chilled, bro. It's just warm in here. I tell you that.
It's
warm in here.
Pre-season.
It's not that warm.
It's
Pre-season.
You're doing the
chill
time,
one.
man.
I'm chill, man. I'm chill. It's just warm in here, man.
Nah, come on, you can't get off.
Someone said tuck me into bed, you know.
Is that how you feel about Arsenal's second half performance?
No, but that's how I feel about. That's how I feel about watching play. Oh god, that's how I feel about watching the players that are just not shooting. Man, just puts me to bed.
So who do you want to see come on and shoot then?
I want to see. Do you know who actually does take long shots? Fabio Vieira.
So you're telling me you'd like a Nunes, just a chaos, just shooting out of anywhere.
Sometimes
Bring me entertainment.
Take the keeper by surprise, man.
No, I'm with you on that, man. I get very exasperated when I see teams, especially when. Okay, take this game away. Like, how many teams last season go up against Arsenal and they deploy a low block, and we've got so much possession and we're sort of knocking it around in and around the box, and you're thinking to yourself, listen, why don't somebody just take the initiative and shoot? Because I'm sure these guys practice a lot of that in training.
They do. You see it in the training clips.
But they don't do it on the pitch, and you think, come on, man, like, try it. Again, that Wayne Gretzky saying, 100% of you, well, whatever it is, you know what I said, man.
You missed.
But listen, shoot, man. If you've got a chance, you're on. All that spinning the block, shoot. I mean, this half is a prime example of that. We've had by far the majority of the possession in this second half, but we've not had a shot on goal yet.
You don't buy a ticket.
Exactly. You can't
Don't
win
win
the
the
lottery.
Can't win the lottery, mate. Definitely cannot. I will say though,
That was it. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
I will say though, it's going to be interesting to see who does start in those fullback positions, because you've just got so many options, like nice rotational pieces. Oh look, you've got some nice rotational pieces. So
Listen, they didn't get Calafiore to bench him. I'm pretty sure he's gonna play a prominent role in the fullback
Do you
position.
think Ben White's under pressure?
Huh?
Do you think Ben White's under pressure?
I don't.
I'm seeing like all this talk about like Calafiori, Zinchenko, this whole left back thing, but I mean, Tim was
not
right.
necessarily.
Tim
Ben
was
White
right-footed.
actually had a pretty good season last season. He's one of Arsenal's senior players.
But, I mean,
And
I
the
don't see
guy
reason
who's
why-
going to go up against him for that position
Maybe
is
Timber.
unfortunately injury prone. No, Tommy Asu.
Timber
Timber as
was
well.
right-footed.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
played right back his whole
Yeah.
career till now. So
But my point is, I don't think we've gone out on a limb to get Calafiori unless the manager
really
has plans for him. So I'm pretty sure he will start the majority of Premier League games next season if fit.
I'm really enjoying going through Twitter and seeing like Chelsea fans from the Euros being like, we were hearing names like Saliba, like Calafiori.
Oh, yeah,
Calafiori,
yeah,
welcome
yeah,
to
yeah,
Chelsea.
yeah.
We got a
Yeah.
generational centre back coming.
Yeah, I saw that tweet.
Like, yeah, we got both.
A couple of super chats here to read out from G49. Zinni and Jesus good off the bench to impart when we face low block or when we're desperate. I know they're on big money to be on the bench, but look, Man City. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing I think a lot of Arsenal fans need to sort of get to terms with a little bit, or some of them, is competition, not backup.
G49, another super chat says, I'm done with super chat, disappointed of you guys. Listen, man, I'm trying to read them. I'm trying to watch the game. I'm trying to do the super chats. I've got Jack monitoring it as well. We're doing our best. We've read out the super chats. Be patient with us, man. We're trying.
Yeah, I mean, like you look at Man City, and I can name you like Ake, Vardiol, Stones, Diaz, Akanji, Walker, Rico Lewis, and you could name me any four, and I'd believe you that it's their back four.
Yeah.
Like it's not depth, it's competition. Or like you could give me like Grealish, Doku, Alvarez, Bernardo, Foden, Haaland, and I'd believe you whatever front three you put at me. So it's not like Saka needs a backup, like he needs cover.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Totally agree.
And that's part of being a top. Like we can't have it where like I'm not going at Eddie, but I think Newcastle away last year, Jesus was injured, so we rocked up to St James's Park with Nketiah up front. He dropped. I think it's like our lowest match rating of the season. Well, like 0 shots, 0 efforts.
Not that it necessarily matters, but Jesus did say like. He was saying though Eddie did do his job basically when he became injured. It was the defense in the not last season, the season before that. So,
but I hear it to an extent, but I think Eddie came in at like Christmas after the World Cup, bagged a few, and I don't think he scored from like February till May. He didn't score for like the entire.
He got the hat trick, didn't he, against Sheffield United?
No, the season before.
Oh, sorry, the
when
season
Jesus
before.
got injured. Like people say that Eddie did his job. He scored 2 against Man United. He scored a couple more goals, and then we dropped him for Trossard because he was that bad.
I'm flanked here by Eddie haters. I'm very aware of it.
Eddie realists.
well, yeah, just Arsenal realists, man. Like Eddie is.
I think the other thing to say as well, right, with
Surplus to
Eddie,
requirements.
what
at
is
that.
that? That is poor. Who did that? That was
So-
Odegaard. Bit of a lost concentration
Who
there.
was that? That Trossard. Well, that's good tracking back. That's excellent tracking back. To be fair.
It's been all Arsenal, but that mistake there by Odegaard has allowed Liverpool a chance to attack us.
I think you're gonna convert. You're gonna when we sell Eddie, you're gonna become like Havertz's biggest fan. We're gonna be looking back at the years. You're gonna have a shirt this time next year.
Nah, I doubt that.
I've got
I'm a bit
2.
old for that.
I'll give you
Putting names on the back of my shirt. But what I would say is, man, listen, I'm prepared to be proven wrong if in the interest of the team. Oh, this is dangerous from Liverpool.
That's a poor cross. Man.
That is a poor cross, luckily for us. Well, but we've instead of playing it back to the keeper, we're mucking around.
Tamim, shout out to me. She said, this person said, sorry, among this OMG, that hat trick, this guy loves Nketiah. Bro, it is actually crazy that you've mentioned that shameless hat trick against.
What do you mean shameless hat trick?
Against a team that was.
It's a good hat trick.
Against a team that was close to getting a record of Derby of getting the lowest points tally in the league.
They conceded the most goals in the league. I think they hit like 105.
100 and whatever. That is crazy.
Yaya Sanogo
Arsenal
got
on the attack here. Odegaard, he always seems to be involved in things when we
I
go
think there's
forward
just not
with the
enough
ball.
options for him going forward, though.
He always seems to start it off, though, isn't he? There he is again on the edge of the box.
Sandeep said it's all Arsenal, but no end product.
Whoa, this is what we said. Oh, he's in here. There's no one in the box. Where was Trossard? Where was Havertz? Oh, he's offside. But even so.
I challenge someone in the comments to please make like a bingo card for AFTV watch-alongs. Like Laurie mentioning Nketiah's hat-trick could be like centre of my bingo card.
I've already mentioned it once today, man.
Yeah, but I reckon every watch-along, that's like a fairly safe bet to tick off.
Who would be your first, well, I say first sub, but your sub in terms of from like...
Oh, in this game?
70th minute, because obviously they've made Trossard, they've made Fabio Vieira subs. Who would
you know what I'm going to say, innit?
All right, next, Jack.
Get him in the room.
No, I mean, listen,
if someone wants to see me fall asleep, bloody hell, I'll tell you what, put Eddie and Nketiah on, mate. I tell you.
Don't you think we need a little bit of urgency? Mind you, we got Trossard, he's not really done it yet.
Get me a bloody pillow.
How do you think Trossard's done so far since he's come on? I mean, okay, he's not had a lot of service, but
he's not done a whole lot. But you know, I think, please, as I said, I don't need to watch Eddie and Nketiah on it. That's what, you know.
I don't think Eddie's going to come on. I think that move to Marseille is in the works. I think it will get done before the start of next season, and he'll be out. So
how many goals?
You won't have to listen to me go on about Eddie anymore after that.
How many goals did Balogun get in one season? There's not 20, wasn't it?
No, I don't think it was that much.
I think it was a lot in 1 year. I think if he can do that, Eddie can do 15, 5, 10.
Oh, that's nice by Odegaard. Lovely ball through that. What can we do with this? That was great play by Odegaard there. Once again, starting Arsenal off on these attacks. There's Fabio Vieira. Good crossfield ball to Trossard. He cuts inside. Look, this is promising. Odegaard.
Oh, please just shoot.
Oh, no. Zinchenko whips it back into the... Oh, yes. This...
Go on.
Oh.
Oh, well,
Salvatore, good tackle. And Partey, good tackle.
You know what? That's good.
Oh, this is good. Shoot! Oh, good save.
Good save.
Vieira.
Yeah. Good passage of play by us on there. Look dangerous. See, this is what we want. Finished off with a shot. Keeper had to make a save, and now we got a corner. Another benefit of shooting.
Lulu said, I'm confident Eddie will do well in France. At least 15 goals. I think we spoke about that before. I don't know if you saw that earlier on, Lulu. You did say, Laurie, that you're confident that he will get the goals. I just think that obviously that's a level down. It's interesting. How many goals did Balogun get last season?
I think for Rem, he got...
No, I didn't hear. No, I didn't hear the number.
Yeah, because you were sleeping.
No, I didn't. I just didn't hear the number. How many goals?
It's kind of hard to hear when you're sleeping still.
No.
I'm sure I heard you snoring a second ago as well.
Oh, God.
Right, here we go. Arsenal got a corner.
Never going to live this down now.
Arsenal got a corner. And let's see who the referee's having a word with, surprise, Ben White.
And how many goals did Lacazette get last season?
Yeah, but with respect to Lacazette, that don't really matter now, innit? Because he's long gone.
No, but I'm just asking because we wanted him out. We put the pitchforks out.
Well, you wanted him out, yeah.
No. No, hold on a second. This guy... Shout out to Ayobami. She said, or they said so. League One is in turmoil.
It's called, it's called League Uber Eats now.
Oh,
it says everything. He got 22 goals.
Did Jesus get a hit?
Wait, who?
Balogun hit 22.
What?
What, in all comps?
Yeah, in 39 games. And he's got 8 in 32.
Yeah, as I said, Jesus did get a hit on that.
Well, you know where that's. If he touched it right in the box, you know where it's going.
What do you mean?
Off target.
Big chance
Well,
missed.
it was off target. But to be fair, he's not the biggest in the world, is he? Zinchenko's coming on.
Is that Ethan coming on, yeah? Oh, look, 70th minute as well. Makes sense.
Mars Lewis Skelly's on for Zinchenko. And you see from Mars Lewis...
Havertz is off. Turn the TV off, man. I don't want to watch anymore.
He got the goal, but I've got to be honest, Jack. Apart from the goal, man.
No, I don't think he was that. No, I don't think
you're agenda driven.
I don't think he was.
No, I'm just keeping it 100. He scored the goal. Give him credit for that. But apart from the goal, did he really see him feature?
The man of the match for me. Top.
Shout out to DJ Boy. He says he said me, but all we need is a winger or a striker, and we're good. I would go with the wide forward. So I know we have been linked to Nico Williams, but
We're in.
I would go for Neto.
Yeah,
so
that won't go.
I would go for Neto. I don't. Who would you go for, DJ boy? I would go for Neto.
Neto's one of them players we're going to be linked with until he retires.
Actually, can we get a poll? What would be your preference of?
Just told you, a striker. I've been saying it all.
No, striker or a wide forward.
We don't want a wide forward, man.
No, because you want a backup for Saka. You need somebody who
talk
can...
about
There's a lot
wholesale
of
changes.
changes.
I think Liverpool are making how many? What? They look like 6 changes there.
Oh, is that that's Bajcetic? That's nice.
Yeah,
He was out for all of last season.
Blair. I feel like there was a...
He's a winger.
Because it was and there's because Heskey's son plays for Man City.
Mm-hmm.
He's on.
Harvey Elliott's coming off. He's had a good game. So's Carvalho's coming off. He's also had a good game. Mo Salah's off.
People saying Kudus. People saying Leroy Sané.
All good players, but
I'm going
striker.
wide forward, 100%.
Right, got another poll I want to put out there, man, because this...
Wait, no, mine's just started.
Don't kill his poll.
Okay, right. I was going to read this. Is it the same one that you suggested?
Yeah.
Right, okay, sorry. What position would you address?
Either
Striker or wide forward?
Well, wide forward.
To me, that's a no-brainer, that poll. But, hey, I'd be interested to hear what people have got to say. Simicast is
100% Vex OJB said 8 number is big as well. I think he means number 8, the number 8 role. I do agree, but we're just talking about the forward line. But you're 100% right, mate. 100%. Rafael Leao? Anyone going for Rafa? No?
I think he might be, for me, one of the most overrated players I've ever seen.
Rodrigo?
Rafael Leao.
Rodrigo?
Putting up
I'm not sure if he's...
eight goals a season in Italy.
Right, so apparently there's some breaking news regarding Mourinho. Arsenal have reached an agreement with Sociedad for 30 million euros for Mourinho. Everything indicates official announcement should arrive in the coming days. And this is from a fairly reputable source, I believe, Jack.
Well, hopefully. I mean, I'm up for that. I mean, it sounds like Arsenal like to do one deal at a time, so hopefully that opens the door to another one. But if
Arsenal's spending money, man.
Yeah, I mean, we're selling players, so I think it makes sense. If we're getting, 35 for Smith Rowe, 20 for Eddie, whatever we get for Reece.
Have we got any concrete offers for Reece yet, though?
You're getting in the chats for your pronunciation of Mikel Merino.
What is it?
Merino. I think you said Mourinho.
You said Mourinho.
So he's at Fenerbahce.
I think they all know.
I thought Laurie meant Jose Mourinho.
No, I didn't say Jose Mourinho.
The source is Don Robbie.
Mourinho? Is that okay? Mourinho?
Just Marino, I think.
Marino, man.
You're adding a bit of Italian twang to it.
Oh, this is interesting. Cut out. Good defending by Liverpool then. Right, so Liverpool now have got like half their youth team on the pitch. We should at least get a goal.
I do like Lewis Skinny. Someone also said Chiesa. Shout out to Leo's son, Aries Moon.
Yeah, apparently they're happy to let him go for like 20 mil. Yeah. He's got 1 year left, but...
Someone said, Ramsey said, well, what about Barcola from PSG? But he's not going to go.
Yeah, he's just gone there, isn't he?
ZS, says Lee Sleepinho. I like that one.
Listen, tell me your IP address. Let's have a chat, man. Let's have a chat.
Some people are saying Watkins there, but listen, Villa, there's no way Villa are going to let us get Watkins. Untouchables.
He said, I follow Milan and I watch all their games. Leao is a beast. That is specifically for you, Jack.
Yeah, I mean...
I think physically he is a beast, but can he score goals?
Ability-wise, I think he's top. But every time I watch him play for Portugal, I watch Milan, it's like... Just don't put the numbers up for me. But
Old Cozy said you should get Osimhen. Listen, I think that Osimhen ship sailed. I think he's going PSG. And I would say on that as well, by the way.
You're not the biggest
I was one of those from time. I said I don't want Osimhen.
Yeah, you said did say that.
Yeah.
He said Elliot said Bakayoko, the PSV winger. Oh, that's nice. What about
still Arsenal on top, people, but have to be honest and say we're not really creating much opportunities to score. Not concrete ones, anyway.
Mr. Arsenal said, "Put me on the wing."
Eddie warming up. Interesting. You see him there?
No, I looked away at that point. Sorry.
Where's the control?
No, he's warming up. I've just seen him.
Well, in the famous words of expressions, end the stream.
15 minutes to go. Liverpool 2, Arsenal 1. Can Arsenal get a goal, man?
And we're obviously talking about Arsenal, but does this show you any optimism for Liverpool to win the league?
No.
No,
To
not
challenge?
for me. Not for me.
You kind of use this game as a barometer in terms of will Liverpool win the league. I am interested to see their different playing style. I think that's been noticeable today. They are playing more through the lines, but they do have a counter-attacking threat as well. So I think the manager will try and mix it up a little bit. But it's not the kind of high-energy style that Klopp deploys. But I think this manager, he knows what he's doing, man. I think he knows what he's doing. He's going to be good. I think Liverpool will have a good season, but I can't see them being realistic title contenders. What do you reckon?
What's your top four? If I was to say, like, before, obviously there's signings to come.
Good question.
There's an asterisk next to it, but
I'll let Gunali go first.
I'm going to say...
Arsenal first.
No, he just said that we won the league.
With chest.
Nah, I'm going to say...
You can't go with
I'm going to say Man City first.
Yeah.
Currently.
So negative.
I'm going to say Man City first.
Yeah, but you said...
Yeah, but I'm still going to say Arsenal going to win it with chest.
Because they've got Haaland and we haven't bought a forward yet.
Okay, yeah.
That's the reason why. I don't necessarily, as I said, I don't think a striker is the most important thing. I just need a forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, it's definitely Man City first, Arsenal second. Third, I'm going to put Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth, I'm going to say, it's not Aston Villa. It's not Newcastle. I'm going to say Man United.
Okay.
I'm going to say Man United.
Jack?
I'm saying we're winning it. How much I believe it, I'm not sure yet, but I'm just...
Even though earlier on you said we wouldn't win it, you said City were favourites.
But if I say it enough, I'll start to believe it. if I
speak it into existence.
Exactly. If I tell myself that I believe it, then I'll believe it.
Right.
And
Manifestation.
Then, City second.
Oh, guess who's come on, Gunali?
Well, I don't need to actually look up at the screen.
Guess who's on?
That's why I'm reading comments.
You're just going to call him 14 now, aren't you?
You know what?
No,
What are you going to do?
names.
What are you going to do if he comes on and scores the equaliser? You going to take everything back?
I'm going to say, you know what? It's just a pre-season.
Yeah,
just a pre-season.
Right, sorry, Jack. Arsenal first, yeah.
City second.
Yeah.
United third.
You're right.
Liverpool fourth. I've fallen in the same trap as last year of thinking that United are back.
Right, interesting.
I did it last year, and I think a lot of people did it last year, thinking United were top four nailed on, and then...
At this moment in time, and like I said, we're assuming that Arsenal don't sign a striker because we're going at this point in
Put
time.
yours in the chat as well, by the way.
Right.
I'm saying some rogue ones.
I've got to be honest. That was dangerous, but he got away with it.
That was Odegaard.
He's capable of that, though. He's had a good game, actually, Odegaard.
Yeah.
He's been at the forefront of everything decent we've done.
Yes.
And he was one of those players that we shortlisted for MVP as well. Right, okay, so here's my top four as of today. I've got to be honest and say I think City, Arsenal will be second. I'm going to go Villa third, United fourth. I think third? Liverpool, because I think...
Wow.
Well, I was just...
Even without Douglas Luiz?
Yeah.
I mean, they've got Anana now, but...
Yeah, exactly. So
I've lost the comment, but I was...
Plus, they got a bit of momentum going there.
Oh, yeah. OR14 just actually agrees with you, and he says, don't sleep on Villa. Yeah. They're getting 2-5 again. Oh, top five, I think he meant to say, but he said 2. But so maybe he did. But what I was going to say to both of you is... I think being in the Champions League is going to be massive. And I don't think they've bought any replacement for Ollie Watkins.
Because Duran's going to go as well.
Well, even so, I don't think Duran is the guy to... I will say, right. if he's the answer, I don't know what the question is, but it isn't anything successful. So I will say
He's Duran reminds me of what you said earlier on about Leao, physical beast, but maybe not in terms of scoring goals. They will need a second striker, Villa.
Fabio Vieira down.
I think Aston Villa they'll have a huge.
But again, my caveat is if we do sign a striker worthy of the name, I do think we can win the league. So I don't want people to think that we can't win it. The question was, as of right now, you'd have to make City favourites. But we will be there or thereabouts. But that notwithstanding, I do think that Arsenal need to win something this season, and I think we will. So
OR14 just put Spurs in 4th.
I can't see that.
After his good message a minute ago, he's absolutely ruined it.
Well, I said, and
free kick to Arsenal in a decent position.
I'll say it after the free kick. I think we're going to score.
Is it good delivery? Yes, it is. It's in the middle. Oh, Ben White had a shot there. It was blocked. Liverpool got so many men back.
We've not really created much as well, actually, I'll be honest.
Oh, good header there from, who was that?
Kiwior.
Yes, it was. It was close, you know.
I think when you look at certain teams, it's just a bit like, right, they look good, but can they last for a season? I don't know if Tottenham's style of play is conducive to winning long term, but let's see.
I think Ange's dying on his sword. Same way of playing every game, and if it goes,
I think that there's Eddie on the ball on the wing. And so I think Tottenham will flatter to deceive again, like they did last season. They'll probably start well. But with that high energy style that they use, they will get wins, they will look good at times, but I think ultimately they will flatter to deceive. I can't see them being a serious title threat over the course of a season.
Mike, why agrees with you. He says if Arsenal don't get a striker...
Well, look, here we go. This is nice.
Can't be taken serious.
Good ball by Odegaard through. Oh!
That was honestly
so
Eddie,
wasn't it?
Feeble. You know what?
You're such a hater, bro.
You know what he reminds me?
That was a decent effort considering he was quite wide there.
When he runs, and when he shoots and when he plays,
when he walks, when he breathes,
anything to do with football, honestly, he reminds me of a.
That is good. Who's that, Jet?
I think they're called bleats, and they're baby goats when they've just been born, and you know they're starting to get up and trying to learn how to walk, and they constantly keep falling to the ground. That's what he reminds me of.
Really?
Yeah. He's just so like he does all that. Training.
You know what is going to happen to you one day, like. One day you're going to meet that guy, and I bet you any money your energy will be completely different.
I swear to you. Well, he won't be at the club, so I won't even care. But I promise you, even if I had an opportunity to meet, I actually had an opportunity to meet him, and I actually declined it.
What was that?
I declined it. I thought I didn't want to waste.
Decline it? What do you mean?
What's the story?
So I was in Cockfosters. I was going to a place called Mayhills. And it was a Reece Nelson thing. Eddie was there.
Was it a club or bar or something?
Like a diner bar thing, yeah.
Okay. Because Cockfoster's not too far from me.
Yeah, it's not too far. Yeah, Mayhills, you know about me. It's literally opposite.
Couple more subs. Aiden Heaven is coming on for Gabriel.
Opposite the station, and
Josh Nichols is coming on for Ben White. Josh Nichols actually had a good game against Man United.
He did actually.
That bit against Sancho at the end, 1-on-1, where he stood him up and took it off him.
Yeah,
but yeah,
he's only a little guy, man. He only looks about 15. Look at him.
I declined the offer.
So hang on. So you declined the offer to go to the event?
Because of Eddie?
Yeah, I just find him. I even think he's.
Come on, man! You're making this too personal.
You were showered, dressed, aftershave on.
Looked at
Instagram and was like, oh.
No, I got told about it, and then
let me not go.
I got told about it, and it said, oh yeah, you know, like Reece Nelson's thing, Eddie's gonna be there, a couple of other people, and then I was like, nah, I'm alright, that's sweet.
So you ducked the smoke then, basically. You knew that being in his presence, you might have to explain yourself, and you didn't.
I hardly.
He's only 5'10".
I was going to say I hardly think
he's only 5'10".
There's any threat between
You're what, 6'4"?
Eddie and myself.
What are you, 6'4", 5"?
I don't know, but I'm tall enough.
You don't know how tall you are.
191 centimeters I am.
What's that in old money?
I think, well, they say 6'3", but it could be a bit taller. I don't know.
6'4" with your heels on,
I mean, I'll tell you one thing. When I go carnival, I feel about 7 foot. Because I feel on top of the world.
Right.
Yeah, I feel
Here's
good.
Fabio Vieira cutting in from the left. He plays a great ball. Oh, just a bit too far for Eddie there.
Or maybe he was just a bit too short.
No, it was a good idea. He didn't quite execute it to perfection, but
No, it was no. Fabio Vieira, that was a good ball. Like seriously, it was. It was.
Some serious hate watching.
That's it.
That's some proper diss track. Like, I hate the way that you walk, the way you talk.
Though I will say though, like on a serious note, the good thing I do like about Eddie is he does constantly try and try and stretch.
He's a good honest
the
pro.
ball.
He's a
He
good
does
honest
try and
pro.
stretch the play.
Yeah, I rate his attitude as well. You know the all or nothing thing when I think it was at Lokonga was upset and he was like, look,
Yeah.
like there's loads of us not playing.
Yeah.
Just work hard and
Yeah. And look, to be fair, I think even to kind of like look at myself personally and kind of we can have a joke and I can do the old joking around with Eddie. He's low hanging fruit. There's no point me constantly berating him and going on at him because he doesn't play enough. He doesn't get the opportunity. So sometimes even myself, I've got to kind of look at myself and kind of just calm down and stop it a little bit because he's not the reason why we didn't win the league per se because he didn't really play as much.
no.
So Reece Nelson, but also you kind of think they're just not the level. So that's why you get annoyed. But
let's try and keep it positive. Is there
Yeah.
anyone that stood out for you today in this game? Well, when I say today, this morning.
I think Odegaard, he's definitely been somebody who has been kind of ever present in the game.
Yeah, I think anything positive that we've done today, he's kind of been at the centre of it. I think Fabio Vieira, since he's come on, has looked quite lively. He's had a few moments.
He's been bright.
He's been bright.
Odegaard for me as well.
Yeah, it's definitely Odegaard of the players on the pitch. That's
they're in.
always dangerous. Good by Josh Nichols there. He did well to get.
Here's a question I want to raise. The number 10 shirt's going to be free. What are you guys doing with it? I'm seeing some people say give it Odegaard. I'm seeing some people saying give it Ranieri and give him the ultimate faith, and some people saying
I think Ranieri's a work
new.
in progress. He's not ready for that.
It's impossible.
Yeah, especially with.
You can't make the same mistake twice giving it to two kids. I would give it to. So I would
Or would you just
honestly
leave it blank.
I would retire it.
Retire it.
I just think when
Retire
you've got eternal players for Arsenal, what it means. The guy's got a bloody statue outside the stadium. What more do you need? What more of a reason do you need to retire a number?
It's hard to retire a number 10 shirt, bro. That's got significance. Your number 10.
Maybe because we didn't win the Champions League with him.
Trossard.
Maybe not, but
Not seen enough of Trossard today, but that's good. Eddie, he's on the attack. Oh, no, he can't get past his defender.
do you think?
You're going to retire William Gallas's number.
So there you go. See,
Gallas wore the 10.
and that's the reason why you retire numbers like that, so you don't get like just players that are. I mean, even him, number 10, being a centre back. That's the reason why you kind of retire those numbers.
Josh Nichols to Fabio Vieira.
I mean, let's be fair. Henry's number should be retired. Come on.
I'm not so sure about this retirement stuff. Players come and go. Shirt numbers will stay the same.
I think some people they beat certain rules.
I think if he retired at the club, then maybe, but
Ganto has submitted an interesting comment. He said Liverpool are missing in first team Alisson, Van Dijk, Kanate, Robertson, McAllister, Diaz, Gakpo, Gravenberch and Nunes. I kind of see where he's coming from. He's basically suggesting that they've beaten Arsenal with a bunch of youngsters.
yeah, I mean, we're missing Ramsdale, White,
But we did say, though, didn't we,
Rice,
at the start of this game that Liverpool, their first
Saka.
11 for start was quite strong.
Eddie,
No, he's playing. He's there.
you sure?
Yeah,
Oh, that's good. Oh, Is that a corner or a free kick?
Yeah, I mean, we're missing Saka, Rice, Saliba. We're missing our 3 best players in the spine of our team. So it's a bit of a...
We're into the last minute of normal time, people. Nice little move tried by Eddie there. It didn't quite come off, but it was good intentions. But we need a goal if we're going to try and get anything out of this game. And we're entering into the final minute. Liverpool, who've defended for most of this half, they've not really been on it, but...
Oh, Blair. What?
You know, that's annoying because he actually made a great
good save.
He made a great tackle, Josh.
We've got 5 minutes extra time.
Right,
and 5 minutes for Arsenal to get an equaliser. Super chat here from Cryptic Dino. It says, Teddy Long, Suge Knight and Rob Holding, big up guys. Mr. Lyle, cartel is free. Is this good or bad for Jamaica? I'm not sure if I want to go there, you know. I'm not sure if I want to go there, bro. I'm not sure whether that suits this type of show.
Gaza Messi.
I'm on a no comment for now.
Gaza Messi.
You know what I mean? I'm on a no comment with that. But thanks for the super chat anyway.
I'll answer it for you.
But I think it's best if I don't comment.
I'll answer it for you. Gaza Messi.
Well,
feel it well, boss. In free.
But listen, thanks for the super chat, Creeper. Right, into the last 5 minutes, man. At the moment, I've got to be honest and say, looks like Liverpool are going to hold on because as much as we've had a lot of possession in this half, we've not really created anything substantial. Are we going to do so with a couple of minutes to go? You never know, though.
I'm surprised Salah didn't get on, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well. Especially when you consider...
I was going to say.
Arsenal's Salah.
When you consider how well he played in that second half against United, I'm a little bit surprised.
Another person said, Diogo, go and buy Eucharist from Sporting.
I want him for the celebration. That's it. I need to see that.
He said it again.
Oh.
Everybody's bigging up this Eucharist thing.
Yeah, they are.
Another super chat.
How many goals did he get last year in Portugal?
I think he hit 40.
4-0?
Like in all comps. It was like more, it was like more than Kane and Mbappe. It was like, I think he's got the highest in Europe out of anyone. But
I remember watching him, you know, when Luton played Coventry in the playoffs season before last. And he was actually the best player on the pitch that day. And that's when he first came to light for me. Then obviously he went, there was talk that he might get a Premier League move. Then he ended up in Portugal. Yeah,
he's one of the
44 goals.
Yeah, he's one of the Brighton, like, isn't he? He came through Brighton.
Yeah.
And then just never made it. Did the loans and then.
Who does he play for internationally?
Sweden.
Okay.
Sweden.
Yeah, he's definitely a good player. Definitely somebody we should look at. And it would appear that we are. We've been linked with him. So listen, man, I'm not averse to taking him. Wouldn't have been my first choice, but then Isak. Also Swedish international. He would have been my first choice.
I think next year we'll try and go for him.
93 minutes gone. Trossard's taken a knock there from behind. Yeah, listen, man, I'm not against Gyökeres or Gyökeres or whatever you want to call him. He seems to have the ability. Like I said, he wouldn't be my first choice, but listen, I've not seen too much of him in Portugal. I know he's been scoring prolifically out there. But the one time I did see him up close and personal in that championship playoff game, like I said, he was probably the best player on the pitch that day. So Trossard's taking a bit of a knock. I hope it's nothing serious. He seems like he can run that off. Let's hope so. Super chat here from Michael Vincent. He says, if we get a top striker, you have to accept Kai playing in 8 at times and Jesus playing on the right wing at times. Kai, Mikel, Saka, Jesus right wing, Trossard, Gabby on left, and a striker.
Oh, see, he's saying Havertz and Moreno are fighting for the same 8. Saka and Jesus fight for the right wing spot and then bring in the new striker.
I just want to sort of like before we get
into the final minute, guys.
There's a comment, but I don't know how to pronounce his name. I would say Princess Shah Lee is so negative, but I don't even want to make it as the thing. The reason why I didn't predict Arsenal to win the league is because Man City have won 4 leagues in a row, and they've beaten us twice to that. And unfortunately, we haven't still addressed some of the areas of concern so that we can make sure that we have every fighting chance to win the league, because it's a grueling schedule of 38 games. So I'm not being negative. I'm looking at the landscape of football, and I'm just saying, without a ball being kicked, I think between the manager and the players of Man City, they just have a bit more. So I could just sit here and lie to you, but I'm not going to.
You should try positivity though. It's fun. Like, delusion's fun.
Listen.
Just come. We're going to win the league. Havertz is getting 20, 25.
It would, Jack. If
That looks like the end of the game, people.
Yeah.
Game's done.
Well, listen.
Liverpool 2, Arsenal 1.
For me,
No goals in that second half. Plenty of possession by Arsenal,
And on to penalties.
but not plenty of opportunities created. Are you disappointed, with the performance and ultimately the result, or do you not really care?
well, yeah, I was going to say, look, for me, it's not about the result per se. It was just, again, the performance. And I'm looking at the performance. I'm saying it's okay, but I did expect a bit more from Arsenal. And it probably wasn't to the level and the standard that, Arteta set. So, yeah.
Elaborate though. What were you disappointed with in particular?
For some of the players, didn't really grab the game by the scruff of the neck. I don't think we had as
Anyone
much.
in particular?
I think it would be unfair to say specific people. I think the only one that can really come out with his head possibly held high, and I'm even reaching for that, is Odegaard. I don't think Odegaard was, he was good, but I don't think he was the standout, magnificent person that he normally is.
You really are tired, aren't you?
No, I'm not. Magnificent person that he normally is. So I don't know, man. I just think, look, like you look at the team, but it's nothing to cry about. Like honestly, it's nothing to cry about.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
I just expected a little bit more, and I think for me, as I said, because we've got 2 games left, I just wanted to see, a little bit more. Readying up for the title.
I would actually agree with that. I would have liked to have seen a bit more. I mean, in that second half, we did have a lot of possession, by far and away the most possession of the 2 teams. But if we're being honest, we didn't really create anything substantial. We didn't look particularly penetrative. Jack, what's your thoughts?
Yeah.
Are you disappointed? Or you just take it for what it is?
I'll take it for what it is. Obviously, both teams are missing players, so this isn't like an excuse or anything. But we're missing like the spine. So there's no Saliba, there's no Rice, and there's no Saka. So I was expecting.
Yeah, but Liverpool also had a number.
No, yeah. So that's not an excuse, but that's why I don't think we saw the X factor, because that whole spine was missing. And for me, the weak links that we saw and the things that we're annoyed about are the things that we already knew about. I think if we went out there and Gabriel had a disaster, then alarm bells would be raising. But we knew Zinchenko had that in him. We knew Kivior had that in him. So for me, I'm not like, it's not like the top players report for me. Like if I saw Odegaard create nothing, then I'd be alarmed. But it's what I expected from what was out there.
The narrative that will be created by some, certainly non-fans of Arsenal especially, is that we were beaten by a team of youngsters.
Sounds like
Although it's interesting because
no penalties.
Yeah, I haven't seen any penalties at the moment. But anyway, just to go back to our poll, thanks for everybody who voted, and they're still voting as well, by the way. What position would you address, even without the final results of the poll? A striker, 76%.
Wow.
Wide forward, 24%. But you know what? That is kind of what I thought it would be.
Wow, I honestly didn't think that.
Really?
I didn't think that.
Are you surprised at that result? I'm not.
I am.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's pretty much what I've been saying now for weeks.
Because I think this is like the 4th season in a row that I'm going to be watching Saka getting full 90s in Carabao Cup first round games. Like we've not bought any depth for him for years. I think that for me that's the next thing. When if Moreno comes in, the next thing for me is a winger.
Right.
Personally, but I've got my Havertz bias, so take that as you will.
Right, the poll is now complete, and 76% of you said you want to see a striker, 23% wide forward, and that was over 2,000 people voting. Shout out to Cheryl Busco, says, I love Laurie's voice. Thank you, bro. Appreciate
Damn.
ASMR
Appreciate
is
that.
helping him get to sleep.
I want it. You know what? It's a question for you, lot, before we start to wrap up. I don't know if there's penalties. We've beaten Leyton Orient, we've drawn against Bournemouth, we've beaten Man United, and we've lost against.
I've just had it confirmed, by the way. There's no pens.
And we've lost against Liverpool. I know pre-season, obviously, you can never tell how the season's going to go. When we had the Invincibles, we didn't have a great, pre-season. But how do you feel now going into the season? Obviously, added in the fact that Saka's not started training yet. Ben White's not started training. So Ben White, Declan Rice hasn't started training yet. How do you feel?
You know what? That's a very good question. Listen, pre-season is all about preparation, isn't it? Getting your players ready, trying to assimilate any new signings. Calafiori didn't get an opportunity today, but he will do in the next couple of games. So results are not really important. So listen, man, I'm not overly disappointed. No one likes to lose, but I'm not going to walk away from here this morning thinking, oh crap, we lost to Liverpool. Would have been nice to have won, but it is what it is. And so, yeah, my thoughts on pre-season are not dependent upon the result this morning. Jack?
Yeah, I mean, same as you. We got beaten 2-0 quite comprehensively by Man United last season, and then we saw how that panned out for both teams. So I don't read too much into it. I want to see.
Yeah, we'll try and wrap up before we leave.
I'm reading the comments.
No, I don't read too much into it. I think Emirates Cup I'll read a lot more when I see Rice and Calafiori and Saka and Saliba being violated by production. But yeah.
Listen, man, all the Liverpool fans are going to come in the chat now. They're going to be, I got my good friend Callum from Coppish calling me. This is the first time they've beaten us. They beat us in the FA Cup, but we've beaten them. Well, we've not lost 4 times against them in the league. So I think, they're going to come in, they're going to be happy, they're going to be going all kinds of crazy. But listen, stay strong, Arsenal fans. I think we are. I don't want people to go crazy, upset that we've not beaten.
I don't think they will, to be honest.
I think it's a small game in the grand scheme of things.
Let me stay off Twitter for a day, cool down, and then.
Right, okay, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap up now for real. Thanks so much to my panel today, Guna Lee. Thanks for staying awake, bro. We appreciate you being here.
The running joke for the season.
Every
watch
along. I'm going to be on your case for this.
3 o'clock kickoffs, get him a coffee.
Thanks also to Jack for his insights
having me.
and his opinions. Like I said, he's not slow in coming forward. I think you guys have seen that tonight. Thanks to you guys, man, for watching not just tonight, but those of you who were with us from the first game, Bournemouth, through to the Man United game, and tonight. We really appreciate your support. Thanks for staying up and being with us for all these streams. Thanks also to the technical staff. And listen, we've got a couple more games till the season starts. We're looking forward. What's the season? Less than 2 weeks away now, right?
Yeah.
So it's fast coming.
Wolves at home.
We hope that you're going to keep it locked on AFTV for the season coming up. But thank you very much. Appreciate it, and we're out.